everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn, the tabletop role-playing game club. My name is Corey, and we are here with a new cast of characters ready to play a cyberpunk game called Neon Rain. I'm here with James, Brenna, and Logan. They'll be introducing their characters shortly, but first, if you like the Cypher system, I have a new Cypher fantasy game that you can click in the description below and just follow it right now, and when it goes live, hopefully you'll want to pick it up. There's also some free adventures there too for Cypher System, Dungeons and Dragons, and Pathfinder. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I hope you go and support that project. Next, we're playing Neon Rain. It is the Cypher System's cyberpunk game, and I'm really loving it, but I haven't played it yet. So this is the first time we're going to play this game, even though we've gone through it. Me and James had a 2-hour live review of this game where we pulled it apart, and we really had very little negative things to say about it, mostly positive. So we're really geared up to play this game. So let's... You know what? Before we do character stuff, let me tell you that we're going to be using some optional rules here. I think that's important. So first off, we're going to be using split XP. So instead of regular experience points, there's going to be two kinds of experience points. Regular XP, which will be used for long-term benefits and player advancement, and hero points that can be used for immediate benefits and short-term benefits. And you get those. Somebody is talking to me on Discord. They are gone now. Discord is gone. That's how I deal with that. Immediate benefits and short-term benefits. And you get those through GM intrusions. So if you get an 8 GM intrusion, you'll get a hero point. I'm starting everybody with a hero point. And if we get a super chat, if you guys out there are watching and you want to support your favorite player, give us a super chat with their name in it and they will get a hero point. With all that out of the way. Oh, wait. We're also doing ultimate damage, which is spend a hero point and you can get 6 levels of effort. You'll have to spend all 6 levels of effort, up to, and you can add all of that into damage. That's going to be crazy. I'd like to see somebody one-shot somebody with some ultimate damage today. And I think, is that it for the alternate rules there, James? Wildfire, we're going to be doing that if you want to, like, spray down a whole group of people. We're going to be doing shit intrusions, which is your cyber psychosis. Yeah, there's a lot to this.
One of the things we were ripping them apart in the review. Names, people. Come on. You're so creative. Why does it have to be that?
But I think those are the big 2 things that the players have to worry about is ultimate damage, splitting XP, and maybe wildfire if y'all want to give that a run. I also asked them to try and add in player intrusions, if y'all can get some player intrusions going. So let us begin by character introductions. I also want to know, what if if your character was a smoothie, what kind of smoothie would they be? And the best answer, I'm going to give a hero point. The funniest or cleverest or... So think about that, and I'm going to start with James. And James, make sure you say the next person who's going to introduce next.
All right, I'm James. You know me from several other Dead Unicorn productions, including running Cyberpunk myself. And I'm playing Lightfoot, a stealthy hotshot who embeds stealth tech. And that's Leo, but he's not playing. And Lightfoot would be, as a smoothie, a lime and gooseberry smoothie.
Lime and gooseberry?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Tasty.
It's a sweet drink, but it has a certain sharpness to it that kind of sneaks up on you.
All right. Who's next?
And we'll go with Brenna.
Hi, I'm Brenna. I have played on a couple of Dead Unicorn games. I've been a little bit quiet here lately, but today I am playing Codex, who is a tech geek. Because after all, this is Cyberpunk. You have to have somebody who's jacked in, as it were. And if she was a smoothie, she would probably be not so much a smoothie, but like one of those super caffeinated lemonades from Panera that has like more caffeine than like an espresso. And yeah. That probably sums her up.
If you drink 2, your heart explodes. Yeah.
Yeah, those lemonades actually have more caffeine in them than drinking 3 monsters.
Yes, do not consume if you have a heart defect or are otherwise susceptible to caffeine.
All right, Logan's last.
I'm Logan. I've been in a couple of Dead Unicorn productions. Most recently, the Burn Notice Everyday Heroes game. That was fun.
Oh, yes, it was.
And today I will be playing Conrad Jaksho, known as Iron Hand on the streets. He's a solo, and he is a brick wall.
Okay.
If he was a smoothie, I almost forgot. I got short attention span. If he was a smoothie, he would be a banana smoothie, because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be organic. It's artificial. It's in your face, and it is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a dominating flavor. We'll go with that.
Right. Who should I give? I think I'm going to give the hero point to Brenna for the lemonade that kills your heart.
Slightly acidic, not quite natural.
But good job, everybody. I love that. Let us begin at the beginning. Let me pull up the adventure here, because I'm all over this book. You know what? I'm just going to pull up the book on my iPad and do an iPad. Whoops. What's going on? There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Now I have it open. I have a version open up on my regular screen, and I got a second screen right here on my iPad so I can see the adventure. All right. The 17th floor. You guys are called down to the club to go see your broker, your fixer, Gorgeous. You go on down, you open up pardon me. You're let into the club, the music's thumping, there are people out there dancing, there's bartender twirling bottles in her hand, and you see Gorgeous. She is just the most fabulous of drag queens. Talking to some, like, they would be Chippendale dancers if they didn't have like augmented body parts. Yeah, like one has a big metal arm, and yeah.
One's bulge is suspicious.
Gorgeous has a huge head, like a huge wig that is just like so flamboyant. Her eyes look like cat eyes. Her lips are RGB, like little RGB monitors that constantly flick and flare with different, red, yellow, and blues. And when you come up, she starts going, "Gentlemen, I have to go. I have to do some business. Hello, my bitches."
How you doing, Gorgeous?
Oh, I'm doing well. Come on, let's go grab that table over there. Liz, can we get some drinks? Thank you. This place is turning into the worst. I'm gonna have to find a new one. But how have you been? Tell me something about yourselves.
I've been doing.
You've been doing very tight-lipped. Well,
You
I
should
can't.
already know. Oh, tapping the port for the brain slide aid recorder.
You know, I got your latest brain slide, and I gotta say it's been very popular. Unfortunately, the overhead costs are way too high. We don't have enough money, so the output has been pretty bad on it. But I'm thinking you're getting good word of mouth. But that's neither here nor there. We have a job for you. I have a client that wants you to go after a more tech. So they have been doing some medical research in the yellow building. That giant yellow building down on which street it is? Duval Street.
No, the ugly one.
I'm sorry, Denny Street. Yes, Denny Street. Yeah, it looks like a goddamn canary sitting out there like a sore thumb.
Really, with that bulge at the top, I thought it looked more like a dildo.
Dear, let's not tempt anyone. Oh, but we do have to.
Talk about size queen.
You will have to penetrate it. So,
Now you're talking my language.
there is some medical information in their servers on the 16th floor. And you, my pretties, are going to go and grab it. I am going to help you just a little bit, just slightly here. I have already a robotic AV that will come at your beck and call. Just signal me, and I'll have it meet you on the roof. Sound lovely?
Works for me.
Right.
Now you call me, and you know that I am not very good at sneaking. We are smashing heads, yes?
Oh, don't worry. We have Lightfoot here to do all the sneaking for you.
I knew there was reason for little man.
So, you get this job done, and it's 500 for each of you, and a new suite of gear. That means Cypher apps, Cypher gear, until you got a full load again.
I like all these sounds.
Sounds good.
Now, getting in to this banana building is going to be on you. You're going to have to figure that out. How you get to the 17th floor, all of that. I'm not a details kind of person. So,
Codex, as soon as she gets the details about the building, where it's at, she's going to see what she can try and bring up on her gear, information on that.
so you get that it's at 2600 did I say Duval Street? I keep forgetting the name.
Said Denny Street.
Denny Street. 2600 Denny Street. It's also locally known as Immortech 2600. And it is colloquially known as the Yellow Building. It is a moderately sized medical research facility. It has a basement parking garage. It has 17 above ground floors, and you need to get to the 17th floor, like you already know, with a flat roof with a helipad. From what you can tell from what's available out there is that there is lots of camera surveillance around it, and it needs keycard access. That is just regular information that's out there. Anything more than that, you're gonna have to, I don't know, find a way to get that more information.
Key card or locks aren't a problem.
No, they aren't.
Everybody
Um,
gets a drink as Liz comes by with some mixed drinks that look very fabulous. It looks like there's glitter in the drinks.
Oh, I am slurping one of those down like liquid candy.
It tastes like candy.
Now
Hot
hang on, gorgeous. Last time you give me drink like this, I end up in sewer grate. It's not going to happen again, yes?
Oh. What's your character's name again? It is
Conrad.
Iron Hand. Oh,
Yeah.
Iron Hand. You have a job to do. I would not do that to you this time.
That was pleasure.
But
Iron
let
Hand.
me tell you something. Once you have a couple of those drinks in you, oh, you are such a great partier.
I think a couple of tables might have disagreed after he started dancing.
They should have made the tables out of stronger materials. It's not my fault they break.
By the way, Codex, after she drinks the entire thing because it tastes so freaking much like a Sour Patch Kid, you get that alcohol burn that is in your chest that won't go away.
Oh, it burns so good.
Yeah, I'm only about a quarter of the way through my drink and see that one's completely gone, and you're going, It's a sipper.
Okay, so card locks, not a problem. I can handle one or two cameras at a time, but if I can get
Same.
to the main computer that controls the cameras first, then I can probably take them out across the building. The problem is she just stops and looks at Iron Hand. I don't know how long we can go before we're spotted.
How about this?
Without the
Problem.
cameras.
I just jacked in some new speedwear. It will be nice. We'll have a good time.
How about this for a thing? Since we're getting a flying ride, we go in from the roof, take out as many cameras as we can before we land.
Fewer levels to go down that way.
Exactly. And then a quick
Fewer
exit.
levels.
Oh.
How many floors is it?
It's 17
It's-
floors. You need to get to the 17th.
Okay.
So roof access, we're right there. So we go that way. We knock out the cameras on the roof. You keep overwatch on the security system. I take care of the physical locks, and we just. And
Well,
if
we-
things go wrong, we have Iron Hand to throw them out a window.
Fenestration, best fenestration. We do have a pickup. Are we getting a drop off?
No, I'm not dropping you off. It's just if an AV comes near the building, it's gonna cause all sorts of excitement. If there's something hovering over the building, landing on the building roof, so it's
People
only
tend to
there
get a
for
little
pickup.
twitchy about that thing.
It's only there for pickup. If you want to get on the roof, you're gonna have to figure that out yourself.
Yeah, I'm not so good at the climbing thing. She holds up like little stick arms inside of her giant hoodie.
Whereas Lightfoot just holds up his arm that the forearm is larger than his bicep.
It's probably like
We're looking at the arms now.
Because he is good at climbing. And every rock climber I've ever seen, their forearms are massive compared to their bicep.
Conrad's like looking down at his own arms as you guys are kind of showing off, and they're big, they're metal, and maybe not the best for climbing, but certainly can pack a punch quite literally.
I think it depends. If it's simple Faro Creek surface, you could just be going chunk and climbing up that way.
Oh yeah, soft materials definitely.
Stealth, people. Stealth. Then the smashing.
All right, so roof access is only for exit.
Unless we somehow have
And it being a
Yeah.
research building, it's not open to the public.
We could pay a drug fiend to light a fire in the alleyway.
I know a guy. Seriously, you want to? I know a guy.
Is maybe not the best idea, but it is possible. It could help draw security away from front door.
Brenna, what was your character's name again? Because what I'm
Codex.
seeing here is Ridley, not the street
Oh,
name.
I think I have to refresh. Give me a quick second, and I'll be right back. But it's Codex. Gonna give a
Codex,
quick
right.
refresh.
Do. You didn't have to refresh, Brenna. You didn't have to refresh. So what you want to do is in the lower right-hand corner of the map, you see where it says players?
Yes.
There's a little, like, go to your name, right-click it, user configuration, and then you can change from Ridley to Codex to Gorza. And then you just save it and you're done.
The person who plays the hacker is not the smartest when it comes to new tech. Stop judging me.
Now you are Codex.
We all play
I need another drink.
We all play these games to have fun with things we can't do in real life.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So, I know a guy if we want to set up a distraction. Doesn't necessarily have to be a fire. I can't fly. I do have a drone, but it's not a tactile one, so it doesn't have the grabbies. But
remember, it requires keycards to get through doors and elevators.
Yeah, we got 2 people who can easily get past those.
Okay.
Perhaps it may be possible for them to detect when it is false keycard. It's not really my area of expertise, but maybe we grab someone who has keycard at local watering hole, favorite establishment, something of the like. Beat them up, throw them in back of trunk, drop it into water. Take keycard. Yes? Maybe not that order.
Except whoever we're going after is most likely to have a biomonitor since they're working for a corporation. And the second you throw them in the water or injure them, they know.
Does anybody know about how corporations work sometimes?
Yeah, they keep their people on short leashes usually.
Not all the people.
I know how their inner workings work, like with the tech and stuff.
So, okay, I'm gonna give you a little hint here, or a little. You don't have to take this option. You can go do the distraction option or whatever other option you want. But yeah, there are those employees that are on a short leash, and then there are those that they don't care about, that are the lowest rung, or don't even work for them. They work for contractors or temp agencies to save on costs.
Like the janitorial crew.
Right.
But I was also thinking that before we go in, they have to have some kind of data access point on the outside of the building. Otherwise, they're not communicating with anywhere else.
Gorgeous will speak up. Oh, yes, darling. Look, if it was that easy to get the information on the 17th floor, I wouldn't have to call you three in.
I mean, it's in the data ports away for Codex to take control of their security system.
That may be. That may be, but the information we're looking for on the 17th floor is a closed system. You'll have to get access there directly. But things like the security system, I could not speak to.
Maybe
I have.
if
Go
we
ahead.
could figure out who maybe has access to the 17th floor, kidnap them or pickpocket them, hoping that they have, maybe like their ID and their card on them or whatever sort of info. But if we can get our hands on that person, that would maybe be a good start.
I have idea. Is maybe a little better than start fire. Is kind of in the same
Not
vein
hard.
as what you say. Anyone worth robbing has, of course, something worth protecting. I fill out job application for security guard. They let me in building.
That could be up to 3 months, and then you'd be stuck in the lobby.
So,
How would you
You-
hold up to a background check? Because that's one of the first things that they do.
do you look up how to become a security guard or a janitor or anything like that for the company?
I'm probably doing this in the
I
background.
mean, yeah,
as
it's
we're
So,
talking
probably
with
worth it just in
Codex.
case.
Codex finds that the process to become a security guard is really complex, and there's a lot of background and lots of that kind of stuff. To become a janitor, they hire out to a separate company, and they're and it appears that they get temporary access to the building when they are hired out like that.
Quick point. Pretty much that's part of the reason why Codex is distracted a lot of the time is because she's constantly running things like this in the background as soon as somebody like throws out an idea, and then she's probably looking things up like that.
But yeah, a security would be very intense on who they let in and all the background checks and that sort of thing. If you're part of the janitorial crew, they might not care. As long as you're wearing the uniforms and have a key card, you're good to go.
Does anyone have a face gobbler?
Unfortunately, 7K was out of my budget.
I like it when they see my face. My smile is welcoming.
And besides, tap that data port for the brain slide recorder again. I kind of am trying to build a rep.
Okay.
And can't have my own face going when I look in the mirror.
While we are talking this out, Codex is
By the way,
looking...
there's also a parking garage. I did say there's a parking garage, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The downside is, well, we would still have to get access to the 17th floor, as well as going through, at that point, 18 floors because of the underground parkade.
Can you fake a work order?
That's what I was just saying that Codex was looking up in the back.
We could
end.
Sure. Steal one of the cleaning vans. It'll have uniforms and cards in it, especially if it's one of the ones that regularly goes to Immortech. And we could just do that.
Sure.
I can drive.
Basically, she's looking up the regular schedules and seeing where the best point to jump them and commandeer said vehicle and equipment.
You find a company that works for them. What kind of company are you looking for to impersonate? Do you want to be janitors? Do you want to be technicians? Do you want to be caterers? What are you looking at here?
I pose that one to the floor. I'm looking at Iron Hand and going, I think caterers would be out.
I agree. I think also to explain why we have tools and such with us, a repair tech kind of thing would be good, and would also explain Iron Hand's bulkiness because might need him to hold things.
And your arm there.
Okay. There is a maintenance contractor that you can hopefully impersonate. You know where their building is. And I'm going to need a hacking roll from you to find out scheduling.
Okay. Would that be an intellect roll or?
Yes, it is an intellect roll. So I'm going to make this a level 5 roll. Level 5 intellect.
That was
and-
not what I meant to do. Sorry, guys.
Okay, Brenna,
Uh-huh.
remember how I said to put the die roller in the...
I did.
Just-
I hit the wrong button.
Okay. click that die roller and change the roll to an intellect roll. Make it level 5. Add in if you have any skills. If you want to spend effort. All of those things. You've done this
Okay.
before.
Yep. Practice. Okay. Effort
And then when you're done with all that, hit the roll button.
Equipment. Nope, that does not help with this particular roll. Just because I have never used Hacker specifically before, shocking. You gain quick access to a desired bit of info in a computer or similar device, or you access one of its primary functions. Does that count as just practiced or trained?
You gain quick access to a device in a computer or similar device. You have access to one of its primary functions. So this will allow you, like, here you're just trying to get information from... I mean, I guess that just works, right?
Yeah, because I'm like, it's not like, say, a seduction role where sometimes that's like trained versus specialized. I don't remember. Hacking's slightly different.
So you're not... Basically what's happening here is you're not actually interacting with the computer. You're online and you're trying to get access that way, which is a little different. I'm going to give you... You know what? I'll just give you an asset for that.
Okay. I
Because
won't.
you know how to look.
The die gods hate me, and I rolled a 2.
Yes, I see. You rolled a 2. Would you like to use your hero point?
Yes, I would.
All right. Remove your hero point from the equipment section.
Okay.
Good thing you got an extra one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so you don't have to use the die roller again. In the chat, at the very bottom where it says failure, you'll see a little die. Just click that again.
Oh yeah.
And boom, you made a success. That's all you have to do for a reroll.
I was trying to adjust my hero points with my bum finger, and it wasn't going very well.
Hi, Wargiz. This is actually this is the first adventure written in the Neon Rain book.
Ooh.
So, and I hope to be able to read through the other one and the core book enough to be able to run the second one in a couple weeks or so.
So you have a schedule of when these repair crews come in. You can even change this here if you want to. You can change the times because you have hacked into it.
Okay, I would schedule it for a time when the least amount of personnel is likely to be in the building, especially security personnel.
You don't have access to that information. That information is not available
But
any
I'm
net.
also at least going with educated guess.
All right.
Or just shot
you
in the
wanna-
dark.
you
Spaghetti
wanna
at the
do it-
wall.
You want to do it after hours when nobody should be around. You do that.
I mean, I'm also taking suggestions from the rest of the class.
like a 9 or 10 p.m. to do maintenance on the 16th floor. Sounds about right to me.
All right, all right.
And remember, after we get the vehicle and we get there, we're so over having to work overtime to fix
But
this.
we like that sweet, sweet cash.
Yep. But that's our attitude coming in going, really? I know you got a job to do, but so do we. Here's the work order. Come on. We're already burning overtime.
So what's your next step? Now you have a time that you're going to be there. What is your next step?
Now it's to go get the van and with uniforms and a pass card or two.
Okay.
Do we have any chloroform? I could probably get.
I pull up my cancel you new stunner.
I have one too. We probably both look at Iron Hand. Huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure covering somebody's face with that's a pretty good way to make them go unconscious fairly quickly from lack of air.
It has worked in the past.
Okay. I guess you guys leave Gorgeous then.
Mm-hmm.
She wishes you the best of luck. And you exit the club and you head on down to...
As we leave the table, I do take Gorgeous's hand and bow over it like I'm being an old courtly gentleman to her.
She's like, "Oh,
I give her a
Lightfoot,
kiss on the cheek.
you don't have to stand on ceremony. Just come to my next party."
Well, I can't compete with the gentleman you were talking with earlier in other ways, so I thought manners might help.
An Iron Hand, never be a stranger. And
You
Codex,
know
you can come
me,
too
I float
sometime.
around when I can.
And Codex, you can come too sometime, I guess.
I love you too, bitch. I give her a kiss on the cheek and go, I will, of course, come around because you have got the tastiest drinks.
You know it.
Tastes like candy.
Codex, you are looking a little red. Are you okay? You drink too much for operation?
No, are you kidding? I'm just getting my night started.
Okay, you guys are headed down to the maintenance company. I'm gonna call it Brooks and Son Maintenance. And you get to the building, and it's kind of like a kind of bigger warehouse kind of building with a couple trucks, vans on the backside.
Well, I can be Brooks, and you, little man, can be Son. I do not know about you.
It's obvious Brooks and Sons are the ones running the operation, not the tech work.
Oh, my mistake, my mistake.
I mean, unless this is one of the most prolific families I've ever seen, I doubt that there's a Brooks in each of these 8 vans we see.
It would be cooler if it was.
Yeah, but just imagine
Maybe
all
if
the
you had a
in-laws.
spoon, but organically, no thank you. In the meantime, Codex is looking for ones that have uniforms that will fit Iron Hand and herself.
Do you just walk on up to the vans and start scouting them out and looking at them?
No, she's like being sneaky and stuff. I don't know exactly what she's hiding behind, but like any trash cans, anything like that, she's like,
Occasionally Iron Hand as we're just walking along.
she's probably doing like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. That one's too big. That one's too small. No, that one's not big enough. That's what she should be saying.
Y'all see Codex behind a dumpster, like looking at all of the vans and trying to like get closer, but like she'll be out in the open and then she like jumps and does a somersault behind one of the vans and then like looks up into it.
I imagine Iron Hand is like when Codex dives to the next van, he just walks behind her. He's not necessarily right at the van. He's maybe like 10 yards further away, walking just
Like
past.
Guardians
Like,
of the Galaxy.
What is
And then
Lightfoot
you
doing?
get to the one that you go, just right. And you see me already at the driver door, or because I'm specialized in stealth.
What is Lightfoot doing? Mr. Specialized in Stealth.
I'm looking for where the guards are, where the cameras are.
There are cameras in this parking lot.
Okay, optic reboot.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay. Is there
And
any sort of role for that, or are we just
Optical hack. You reboot the technology. It cost me 1 intellect point, but the optical sensors of targets within short range, such as etc., surveillance cameras or people with cyber optics. And then it's a intellect-based attack, and then they get blinded for a round.
excellent?
I also have Scramble Machine, which allows me to render one machine within short range unable to function for 1 round or hinder it for 1 minute.
So we'll do the optical hack first. You reboot the technological optic centers within short range. You're gonna need this is a level 3 intellect based attack against them.
Level 3. Intellect. Practiced, yes. Not doing any extra effort or anything like that. I think just basic works. It does still cost me 1 intellect point, even though it doesn't have it on the summary. So
Yes, it is. It will cost you. Well, when you click the summary, there should be a place point pool cost. So you just increase that by 1, I think.
yeah, summary doesn't let me do that. So I'm going to have to manually lower our intellect by 1 after this. Oh, wait, point pool cost over there. That should be it.
Yes. And this automatically takes into effect any edge you have too.
I don't have any on intellect, so meh. There we go. Camera go offline.
Okay, cameras go offline. At this point in time, Codex, you have a van that all of the vans seem extremely similar. Would you like to get in one of these vans?
I would. I have at my disposal, I'm assuming a card pick isn't applicable, but I do have a multi-tool and lock picks.
And you have Scramble Machine for those electronic locks.
Yep.
So, you render one machine unable to function for 1 round. Alternatively, you can hinder any action by the machine for 1 minute. So what you're going to do is you're going to make an intellect attack against this lock. It's a level 3 lock. And Scramble Machines allows you to do that. So you're going to add 2 more points because you're using that to turn the lock off.
Okay.
So when you click the button, right, it's intellect, it's level 3, and point pool cost. You're gonna put 2 points down there for that, and hopefully that'll all come together.
Okay, thank you. I had already forgotten the base difficulty roll. Am I? Yes, not a 2 this time.
Yeah, door opens up. Click. You open up the door. Y'all get on in. And
Get on us, Gus.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask. When we're done with all of this, do you want me to tell Gorgeous to scrub your faces from the recording, or?
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. It'd save me having to try and remember.
there are, in this van, there are uniforms. There is repair equipment. And there is a garage key. but
Ooh,
there are
there's a
no
widget. I've been looking for one of these for a
but there
while.
are no key cards. Well, there are key cards for each individual person, but they all say expired. They're digital key cards with a little like LED screen on it, and they all say expired. So you're gonna have to figure out how to unexpire them.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna.
could bamboozle a security guard when we get there.
You can do
Be
that.
like,
I'm gonna.
this is an emergency work order. They sent us out without the proper ones. Can you fix this for us?
I'm gonna take one and see what I can do with it and start poking at it because she's a tinker.
Meanwhile, I'll start driving us away.
Okay, you'll need to hack the car.
Okay, I'll use my data jack.
Sure. Bloop. You jack on into the car, to the van, and make an intellect level 3 roll against the van.
While he's rolling that, is it like a gated parking lot? We're gonna deal with a security gate as well, or
You have a key card for the parking garage.
I mean, we're to get out of this.
Oh yeah,
place.
yeah. There's a gate for the. Oh, for this? No,
For this.
this is just a parking lot.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend that hero point.
Oh, okay. That's still
Well,
a
it's
failure.
Still a failure, but not as bad.
You're going to take
So I'm
3
going-
points of intellect damage from the feedback, as the card does not want you to hack it.
I hate it when that happens.
What is taking so long?
Ah! Completely different OS than I'm used to.
A little sparky.
Ah.
And
Oh, and he like Conrad reaches up and like pinches your collar. Started a little fire there.
and the alarm goes off. Whoop 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 whoop.
Conrad's gonna like punch the steering column and rip the ignition out so the wires are exposed.
All right. Make a level
I'm out of-
3 yeah, make a level 3 roll. You got something about like destroying stuff, right?
Yes.
What is that?
I have so many things popped out right now. Abilities. Is it abilities? Was it part of
No, you didn't get
tough,
that ability.
or-
Yeah, you didn't get that. You got healthy and resilient.
I did, right.
Okay. So this is just gonna be a oh god, how do you do attacking against an inanimate object again? I'm gonna have to look that up.
Dang, I wish I had another hero point available because then I could have used a player intrusion.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Vehicular movement, no. I'm in the wrong spot. Attacking objects. Okay. Attacking an object is rarely a matter of hitting it. Sure, you can hit the broadside of a barn, but can you damage it? Attacking an inanimate object is a might action. Objects have levels and thus target numbers. Objects have damage tracks that work like the damage track for PCs. So intact, minor damage, major damage, destroyed. If the might action to damage an object is successful, the object moves 1 down the object track. If the might roll exceeds the difficulty by 2 levels, it moves 2 down the object track. If it exceeds it by 4 levels, it moves 3 steps down and is destroyed. So this is a steering wheel column, so I'm going to give it a level 3.
Okay.
So level 3 might check. If you make a level 5, it goes to minor damage. If it goes to level 6, it's major damage. And if it goes to level 7, it's major damage. And it goes to level 9, it's destroyed, which I don't think you can do.
And I don't think we want it to do that. We need the column to still work.
You're just trying to get to the wires.
Okay, so I set base difficulty 3, pool might, and then
Yes.
everything else just leave default.
You can add effort if you want, and effort will reduce your difficulty by 1 if you add that in.
And what does my pool of effort look like?
It'll just take off might points. So it'll take off 3
Okay.
might points minus your edge, so it'll take off 2 might points to use use 1 point of effort. And you can only use 1 point of effort at this point in time.
I'll go ahead and do that because I feel like we're going to get to take a bit of a breather before we hit the actual fight. So I'll throw some effort in just so we can get out of this situation.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can try and assist?
No, he's doing it on a he did it in a way that is surprising. He just punched the steering column.
Yeah, I went, and the alarm went off, and he went, thump!
I didn't think there would be anything I could do to try and
not
assist.
great.
Okay. He punches the steering column, and the plastic buckles, but nothing else really happens to it. And he's like, oh! As he's punching it, and the alarm's going off. Codex, is there anything you want to do now?
Shut the alarm off.
She's gonna try and silence the alarm because I think that's all that she can do, and it's giving her a headache.
Okay. Are you using an ability to do that, like scramble device? Are you trying to hack the...
Yeah, she'll go with scramble machine. It's probably
Okay.
the easiest way.
Make sure you add in that extra 2. It is level 3. This is a level 3 van. There you go.
I do not fail at shutting the thing up.
The alarm is turned off. Lightfoot can try and start the car again if he wants.
Yes, please.
Level 3 to start the car.
Better fix it this time. Next punch is for you, little man. I have very little patience for incompetence. Which is
I'll go
rich
ahead
coming
and
from the
spend 1
lowest
level of
intellect
effort on
character.
this.
Okay.
And yeah, it'll take half of my remaining intellect right now to do this, but whatever. What the fuck is with my die rolls today?
They hate you.
By the way, are you using your skill in driving cars and trucks? Are you adding that in?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
But it does say the skill level practiced on there, so
So your base difficulty was 3. You added a level of effort. And that brings it down to a difficulty 2. With your skill of driving cars or trucks. Oh my god, look at your skills. It'll bring it down to a difficulty 1, and you succeed.
All right, so this time it's reconnect, and it starts up.
Sometimes you have to reboot the old brain.
I think I didn't set that right the first time.
I knew you could do it.
And you guys drive off the lot.
The other Brooks and Sons workers are looking at him going,
They must be new.
yeah, Tuesday.
And I go, there might be a tracker in this van. You want to find it, Codex, and turn it off?
Sorry, what was the question? I didn't hear you over.
There might be a tracker in this
Yes.
van. You might want to turn that off.
Oh, yeah, good idea. She starts looking for that. Does she find one?
You need to make an intellect check to try and find something like that. Make me an intellect check level 3. If you have anything, you don't have... Nah, you got pickpocketing, sneaking, and resisting chemicals. You don't have anything that'll help you with finding hidden objects.
Gotcha. I was just doing a little bookkeeping that I needed to do on my character.
Okay.
Do I find one?
It looks like the van is clear of any sort of tracking devices.
We are free to go.
Huh. Didn't realize a company would let a vehicle go uninsured.
I don't think it's uninsured. It's just not being tracked.
In a cyberpunk
More like
world, an
insurance is
insurance
usually
company would
required and pretty low jacked.
think about this, Corey. Nowadays, we got Allstate and others offering that dongle to track your driving habits.
True. True.
And for a corporation, a lot of their assets that are insured get tagged with trackers just because of that. Just because they're
knows?
insured.
It may be more expensive to recover or risky. Expensive or risky to recover the device or the vehicle.
Hmm.
There's some bad people out here.
Okay.
And I'm riding with two of the baddest bitches in it.
Giggity, giggity.
Take it off to a different parking garage area so that we can take the time to get dressed appropriately, talk how we're actually going to do this, because we are kind of rushing right now. And I think we got some time before that work order window.
Ah, you and your caution.
It's what's kept me alive.
So I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it's probably going to be pretty difficult to sneak in military body armor.
If it fits underneath the jumpsuit, go for it.
I mean, GM discretion, will I be taking a penalty
So
because of that? Or I guess I already do because stealth is a speed check, isn't it?
you're gonna try and shove everything under your maintenance uniform, jumpsuit, whatever, right? So you can make a disguise roll. I'll allow you to make a disguise roll.
Already, is that brains or like
yeah, it's gonna be
dexterity?
intellect.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to be wearing my Kevlar jacket over the top of things because just about everybody walks around with some form of honor.
I am not going to tell you the level of this because depending on who you walk up to, depending on their level, they're going to go against this roll.
Okay. Well, we'll also give this an effort then.
And y'all are, I'm going to say this, everybody sees Iron Hand trying to push down his body armor underneath this jumpsuit and zip it up and try and like pat it down. Everybody's watching him do this.
So you can tell me how badly I do.
What'd you say, James?
Help with the adjustment straps on the jumpsuit.
There you go. Logan, you now have an asset from help.
Yay. I know I saw asset a second ago. There. Just one? Yeah.
Yes, one asset.
Okay.
This little booger's in a fighting phase right now.
This thing has got pockets everywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
No beats difficulty 5. That's pretty good.
Ease by 2 steps. So 3 times 5 is 15. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ease by 2 steps will increase that to a level 7. Okay. So you have beaten anybody who is level 7 or better. You look in the mirror and you're like, this'll work. This'll work.
I imagine he's big enough without the armor that it's not that much of an increase on top of him because he's already got the borged out knuckle arms and all sorts of extra equipment underneath the skin.
Okay. Anything else y'all are doing?
After I get
jacket.
After I get Iron Hand situated, I help Codex with hers since she's needing it to be adjusted much smaller.
She's busy having fun with all the pockets and tucking like all of her gear into each and every single one. And she's going, I feel naked without my leather jacket.
You see me just throw my jacket on over top of the jumpsuit since everybody walking around on the street has some form of armor on them anyway. It won't be unusual for me to be wearing it over the jumpsuit.
It's kind of more like a
Giant hoodie.
yeah. I was gonna say is effectively like the equivalent of a giant hoodie, but she's like she puts it on. She goes, still doesn't feel right, but better.
Did you? I don't see any armor on Codex.
She doesn't have any. It's,
Okay.
it's just her emotional support hoodie.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Y'all can head to the yellow building. What are you doing with the van when you get there?
Using the parking garage, using the pass key for
All
the
right.
parking garage.
You drive on down to the parking garage. I can give everybody a hero point for a player intrusion if you want it.
Please.
Everybody has to say yes, though, and you know something
Yes.
bad is going to happen when I say you're going to take a GM intrusion.
I'll take it.
Okay, everybody says yes. GM intrusion time. Everybody take a hero point. There's a group of track-suited thugs in yellow tracksuits around the parking garage as you drive up.
Of
Oh,
course,
look,
they're yellow
look.
tracksuits.
Oh, look, it's the Banana Boys.
Yeah, but where are their hammocks?
You know that this is a group, a gang that operates in the city, in Edge City, known as the Casuals.
A gang, or would they be more like a bunch?
Because they're the Banana Boys to me.
I'm sorry, I just find puns so appealing.
Yeah, careful you don't slip on that, though.
Do they look like they're waiting here for someone, or are they just hanging out?
They look like they're hanging out, looking for trouble.
All right.
As long as they're not blocking the entrance, just drive past and go to the entrance.
Okay,
Yeah.
as
But
you
keeping a
drive
wet your
past,
eye out about
as
it.
you drive past, they run up next to your car because there's a big gate right there. As you drive up, gate, card reader, and they are right there with guns, and they're like, "Oh, hello, how are you? We like your van. Please step out."
No, you don't. Nobody likes this van.
Oh
This
no,
van
no,
back
no!
door of the
piece
van
shit.
opens,
About to fall apart in
Conrad
3
steps
separate
out.
places.
Conrad steps out. Okay,
all
Nobody
6'10",
likes the work van.
how many are there?
juiced out.
Well,
He's
typically there's
here
about
to
5 to
knock
6
some
bananas
heads.
per bunch.
If the PCs come here, a group of thugs. There are 3 of them.
1
Okay.
foot, 2 foot, 3 foot bunch.
Conrad walks out of the van to confront them. What is the other people doing? Because this might be a problem. Even if y'all are... Here's the thing. Why would I say this is a problem if Conrad could probably take out all 3 of them by himself?
Because it'll make a scene.
There you go.
I was just about to start looking for cameras.
And I just simply say, and I'm going to be using my deceiving skill to try to convince them that this thing is too much of a shit bucket for them to even want. That if they took it to the crusher, they'd get $5 for it. It ain't worth your time.
Okay. So, Iron Hand opens up the back door, just walks on out into their guns. But, Brenna, you're looking around for cameras. You see a camera.
Stop that right now. Pause.
Okay. These cameras are a little more advanced than the ones for the equipment company. I believe they are level 5.
Before we spend any resources on that stuff, I was gonna do something not violent.
I understand.
I know I'm already breaking character, but
Hold on. It's gonna be a level 5 task to do the cameras. Logan, okay, go ahead. What was going to be your action as you walk out of
I was going to use one of the solo intrusions, street cred. A foe or bystander knows you personally or by your reputation. If you talk with them for at least a round and don't attack them, they'll stop what they're doing and listen to you and provide some kind of help depending on the circumstances. They might offer some useful information, give you a cipher or a weapon, or convince their allies to stop fighting or join your team for a bit before leaving.
Okay, you can spend a hero point to do that. Give yourself an XP point for finding a place to give yourself a player intrusion. As the guys are like, one of them's like, no, hey, that's Iron Hand over there. Iron Hand.
Hello, boys.
What are you doing in this car? We need this van. It's got all the tools that we need.
Well, what are you trying to do?
Oh man, there's a garage over there that has such a high-tech lock. We figure the stuff in this repair van, it's got the tools we need to just slice right through that thing.
I hate to disappoint, gentlemen, but this is more like drywall repair kind of stuff. The only tech in here is scanner lets you see wires in the wall.
Can we go on in and see if there's anything in there that we can grab?
We need to get away from the security cameras before you do anything, okay?
Oh, come on over this way. We know a blind spot.
We can give it to them when we're done with it. We won't need it.
So they'll walk away and hopefully the van will follow.
I mean, because there's nothing in the van other than like the access cards and uniforms that we need.
No, there's
right?
a bunch of tools in there. I said there's lots of repairing tools.
Oh, well,
and
yeah.
different stuff.
Yeah, we can
stuff
give
that,
them like a
We can give them
stuff that
stuff.
you guys don't need.
we can just give them
No.
a duffel of random tools and be like, "How's that work?" At least you can smash the lock with some of that.
Oh yeah.
So I guess y'all move the van over.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of rifle through the stuff and they'll start grabbing things and be like, "Hey, Iron Hand, who are your friends?"
Hi, I'm Codex.
Hey, Codex.
I'm
What do you-
Lightfoot.
Lightfoot, what are y'all doing in the yellow building?
A job, and that's all we can say.
We're being very sneaky. You know how I like to be sneaky. Lightfoot over here. He is recording when
Tell you what.
Do you publish? Do you publish through Gorgeous?
You can have the van when we're done.
We
We won't
can't.
need it after that.
We can't get into that building right there. That's a little. So the garage, like we've had some people, you can just go in behind people and then into that garage. The gate opens. It opens good enough that you can just follow somebody right in. But the elevator only takes you to the lobby unless you got a key card. And there's some doors to a fire escape, but the handle's on the inside, bro. On the inside.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We can work with this, I think.
This is valuable information. You have been good help.
Hey, nah, man, you're helping us out. Tell you what. Everybody still has full ciphers, so he's gonna say, "Hey, let me pay you for this equipment. Here's $100 for the equipment, and we'll get out of your hair so you can do your job."
Pleasure doing biz with you, gentlemen. Check for the upload after we get out of here.
And if
Oh,
you want,
and if you want, the van is going to be left behind in the garage. And if it's that easy to get to, you can have the van because we're, getting a different ride out of here.
Oh, hey, you got the keys?
no, but
No.
Oh,
no, but I figured the jack code.
we're good. We can hack this thing. We've done it before. We weren't gonna take the car unless we knew how to operate it. Anyways, y'all take care, bros.
Hey, if you want to do us an
Nice
extra
meeting
favor,
you.
In about an hour, go loud.
We're not going to draw attention to ourselves for you guys.
Hey, just saying if you wanted to, we'd appreciate it. But if not, it's cool.
Hey, if you see Speedy down in the other alleyway there, he could start a fire real good.
See you later. Bye-bye. All right. Y'all go back to the parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
You use the key card for the van. The key card works. It opens up the gate. Y'all can find a place to park in there. And since it's after hours, it's mostly empty. There's still a few cars in here. There are 2 elevators, and there are 2 doors to fire escapes. But those doors are... there's no handle on the outside. You know how those doors are, where you just can't access them from this side of the door?
Yep. I think our plan is going into the lobby anyway through the elevator, since we have a work order permitting us to be here, and then complaining that our cards are expired.
Okay.
Yeah, did I manage to get the cards unexpired? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that at all. The cards have like a magnetic kind of reader to them where you can program them. The thing is you don't know what the codes are going to be. So you could program these to have a different code to them, but without understanding what their code system is, you're not going to be able to do anything. And it's like a 8-digit alphanumeric thing.
Hey, Lightfoot.
Mm-hmm.
You're good at lying, right?
Fairly.
So I can't figure out the 8-digit alphanumeric code for these things that would make them unexpired. Could you pull like a fuck, they forgot to reprogram it before we left sort of thing?
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh, if things go south, get the
Gives you a
cameras.
fist bump.
That will kill the security guard.
You also notice that every time these cards are re-uploaded, they only work for 8 hours.
So it's probably common to walk up to the lobby with them and go, we need access to the 16th floor for this. And then we can figure out how to get up to the 17th since it's isolated.
They fucking gave it to us earlier, and then it expired by now, not realizing that it would, so they didn't give us the right expiry window on it.
So you guys...
Damn it, I hate it when that...
It seems like maybe they're never supposed to be active when you first walk in.
Mm-hmm. So since we have a valid work order, I can just sweet talk them.
I misinterpreted who activated the access on the access cards. That is a mouthful. Okay, now going for a quick bio before we go.
So you walk into the elevator?
Carrying bags of tools. There's mostly only Iron Hand carrying them.
There is a place to put your card for a card reader. There is one button, and then there's a big like metal sheet, or like. So you see one button in a card reader. That's all you really see.
And a panel covering access to other things.
Yeah, panel covering access to other things.
But we don't need to worry about all of that. We stick one of the expired cards in and hit the button for the lobby.
All right, you go to the lobby. Bing! Door opens up. Well, by the way, you stick the expired card in, and it gives you an expired message. The lobby is a nice, big, bright, beautiful lobby with some plants, with wood accents and marbled-looking floors that are very shiny. There's a few guards. There is a metal detector. And there is a security desk. The person for the lobby desk is not here right now, but there is a security desk.
Head for the security desk then.
All right. They stop you at the metal detector, and they're like, "Hey, we're checking for the weapons." I know. They give you a tray to put your stuff in and that sort of thing.
Which that X-ray machine is just going to scream with all of the tools anyway, especially the various scanners looking like bombs. It's, yeah. I'm considering the prevalence of weapons and such. I'm going to go ahead and take out the cancel use stunner and have it go through as well, since it's a non-lethal and they should be okay with that.
When I watch him do that, Codex sneaks hers out, puts it behind his.
So what are you doing about this weapon scanner? Because it's gonna scan. You go through the scanner. It's gonna detect weapons. So what are you gonna do about it?
Would I know if this is able to discern a mantis blade versus just any other bionic arm?
You have no idea.
Is there any sort of check I can make to try to find out, or is it just I don't have the background for that?
You can make an intellect check. I'll give you a level 2 intellect check.
I will take it.
Level 2 intellect. That'll do it.
Difficulty 2.
I can't think of a way to sneak my medium pistol.
Oh, I said pay. Hang on.
They'd be surprised if we weren't armed in some fashion, so I'm just going to stick my medium pistol with the cancel use stunner.
Oh my goodness. Iron Hand has made a major effect.
Ooh.
So
Maybe he has that major effect to help James out.
Ooh. Maybe him going through causes it to overload, and when I go through, it's just like, whatever.
I am going to give him some information privately. Give me a sec. I know. Now nobody talk among yourselves, guys. I gotta write this out.
Sorry, I was just double checking whether, because I do have a knife that's like her only lethal weapon, and so she's just trying to come up with a plausible lie of, well, you see, sometimes you got to strip the wires, and if little tiny multi-tool that they give us doesn't quite work right and all, so sometimes you have to bring out the big gun to strip the wire insulations.
Yeah, Conrad's definitely.
I'm trying to think of how I can get the medium pistol through, but it's just not coming to me unless whatever Iron Hand's doing ends up screwing with the system.
Yeah, it might not be possible to get a big weapon in. I'm hoping I have a fireman's axe. I'm hoping that can be passed off as tools.
Actually,
There
since
you
you
go.
gave
It's a fire.
since you gave the hero point, I do have a means of getting it through. I would like to use the player intrusion of
One second.
magic touch.
Once before you use that, let this this major effect happen, which is going to give him everything about this scanner, including the big weakness it has.
Do we have any of those high energy batteries in our equipment or in the bags that we have?
I will allow you to spend a hero point to have them. Otherwise, you do know that you have hackers here that have been able to scramble equipment.
Um,
What you need, my friend?
We got communication implants, so we don't even have to talk out loud.
yeah. You'll all get a ping from Iron Hand. Does it come through in text or does it come through as a voice message?
I'll say a kitty voice.
You can talk like you're on the phone
Yeah.
with it. It's basically a smartphone in your head. You can do it as text if you want, or you can do it as just calling us in a group call.
You hear, I just, because we're in this thing of Cyberpunk S theme, I'm envisioning the pop up in the corner with the face, right? It's Iron Hand's creepy ass smile. And you hear, these scanners, they overload quickly, and just give it some interference, do some hacky things. I've seen these before.
Okay, I do have a couple of intrusion options. I can take advantage of a known flaw in that device, and I can do it. Oh, that's not applicable because it's not in combat. So knowing that, and my special widget as an adept, I have got a couple of options here. I do have a drone if I need a power source, as well as, like I said, I have a multi-tool if need be. Having that, and with my tinker ability, am I able to jury rig something that my character would be able to think of, but not me because I'm not that smart?
I was thinking more of like a quick hack.
So,
or a quick hack. Any of those options, whichever would be.
What Iron Hand was suggesting is he said they have an exploitable weakness. He's already said that to you, which means either hack it and do something to turn it offline, and he has something in mind, or you can use your player intrusion to do the weakness to it.
I didn't know if it had any sort of mechanics in there, which was why I was going, okay, I do have a couple of different options, some of them as outright as scramble the machine, which I can do. It just takes 2
scramble the machine. Are you a tech?
Yes, she's a tech.
I do see there's a tech-specific intrusion that recognizes an exploit in a device and takes advantage of a known flaw. Yeah.
Would you like to use that?
Yeah, it basically gives me the same thing that you found with your asset. I was just double-checking in case it gave me any other mechanics in terms of what my options are here.
So basically, Iron Hand said if you scramble machines that he has a plan.
Okay, in that case, I'll go with the quick and simple scramble machine rather than the fun thing of like
it's still level 5 to do, right? So it's going to be a level 5 intellect task. You can use any of your. Do you have any? You are trained in using and exploiting computer software? No, that won't work.
Would
nope. You don't have any assets unless you'd like to use your cipher.
Pardon me. I'm trying not to sneeze.
Well, you sneezed.
Oh, I failed that fortitude save. Okay.
So it's going to be a level 5 task to do scramble machines on it.
I will go ahead and use my Ghost Defense Cipher just because it's so high that I might as well. So that would count as an asset.
Well, the user is working with a computer system. This is not a computer system. This is a mechanical effect. So.
Oh, sorry. I missed that fine print. In that case, never mind.
So basically, you just have a level 5 task. That's all you have. You can spend effort on it.
That's what I just did.
And that's a failure.
You do have a hero point to re-roll it.
I
Or
am
you-
gonna do that.
Or you can use your... Oh! I was going to say, or just use your hero point to exploit the weakness of the thing.
I thought that by acting upon it, that was exploiting the weakness of the thing.
It was either a roll or the hero point.
It was
I thought-
either
I
a
thought
roll
that
or
earlier-
hero point.
When I said Corey would be tearing his hair out because I misinterpreted some small thing.
You
I called
didn't
it earlier.
misinterpret anything. I said you can either spend a hero point or try and use Scramble Machines. Scramble Machines is going to be a level 5 roll. Using a hero point automatically succeeds. You wanted to try the roll first. And then when that fails, you were like, I'm
I
just
thought
going to
that the
re-roll
hero
it
point-
instead of using the hero point to just auto-succeed.
I thought that just meant as in a reroll as opposed to an auto succeed.
Too late. You used it poorly. Unless you want to
I'm
spend
fired.
unless you want to spend your last hero point to just auto-succeed now.
I will do it to auto succeed because I'll be damned if a fucking scanner bars me from getting into this bloody place.
Okay. So you start using your Scramble Machines
Codex
ability.
is not going down because of the stupid scanner.
You start using your Scramble Machines ability on it. It starts acting up as if, hey, the security guard's like, it looks like someone's trying to mess with our machine here. And
No. We have...
and
There is jumper battery in bag is for...
Just pat Iron Hand's arm for a second. Like, wait.
And it might be this. Oh, I think I might have forgot to turn my drone off from the last job, and the Wi-Fi sometimes interferes with
And
things.
what happens is Codex, as he's like, someone's trying to hack it, Codex is like, wait, I have these. And she walks through and the whole thing shuts down. And the guards are like, well, I guess, was this hacked? And Codex goes, no, we have these batteries that we're trying to replace. And they're like, oh, those things will short out our system. Yeah, 100%, definitely.
Sorry, I think that might be part of the reason why we're here. I think that's on our next work order to check out too.
So yeah, high energy batteries will short this thing out. By the way, I would like to say hi to Fios Wireless. Thank you for the super chat. Strip the wires and sell the copper. I don't know what that word is. A Nasir type moves?
That's one of my IRL buddies.
Hey.
Ian Nasir is it's a meme. It's from the oldest written complaint. Is a Mesopotamian copper salesman.
The copper merchant whose name is still broken.
That's hilarious.
Later, or because he kept such meticulous records, including all the complaints against his shitty copper.
So
He had a whole storeroom of those.
Fios Wireless, tell me, you can give any one of these players a hero point. James, Logan, or Brenna. Their characters will get some cool bonus if you name them because you gave us a super chat. So just
Or
put that in
name
the
and
chat
shame.
and I'll give it to them. So the metal detector's down. You'll walk on in up to the security desk because they can't do anything about it. And you say, hey, we have a work order. You give them your expired cards. They'll reauthorize them, and off you go up the elevator.
Up to the 16th floor, at which point we need to figure out how to get up one more floor.
You put the card in, the panel retracts up into the thing, and all of the floors are available to you. Which one do you push? Brenna? Which one did Codex push?
She's gonna try for 17.
Yeah.
You never know.
You press 17 and it says unauthorized.
60.
I'm going to go ahead and use my hero point for a player intrusion of Magic Touch. After she hits that, I lean over and just hit a few different buttons and end with 17, and it'll take us right there.
Excellent. Magic Touch. I don't know that one. By the way, for you doing a GM intrusion, Brenna, And Logan, yeah, every time you do one, give yourself an XP point.
Magic touch. You manipulate a device in an unexpected way to quickly get the result you want. This might be a secret override code, pressing too many keys at once in just the right configuration, activating a digital child's toy to emit confusing wireless signals, or punching the interface panel from a certain angle to briefly unlock its admin mode.
Excellent.
Generally, this gives you one round of access before the device reverts back to its basic behavior.
So you walk up to the thing and you're like, I've seen this type of elevator before. Hold on, guys. And you touch 1, 9, and 14 at the same time. And then you use your nose and you just start tapping the number 13 until all of the lights kind of go, and then you hit 17 and it goes ding, and it takes you all the way up to the top floor.
It was the strangest mating dance I have ever seen between man and machine.
What can I say? Devices like...
You got to get out more, my friend, because that's nowhere near the weirdest I've seen. There was this one time with this guy with a zoom loom.
Brenna, Fios Wireless has given you a hero point. Yay!
Probably felt sorry for me for going, wait, do I use it to reroll or auto succeed?
Okay, y'all are now on the server floor. The door opens up. Bing! And there is a security guard station right next to the elevator. There is a hallway running around the periphery of the entire level and a central room filled with floor-to-ceiling computer servers. You can see into it via large glass windows. There doesn't look to be like there's any offices or labs or lounge meeting rooms here. It just looks like one giant glass encased server room and a guard station out front. A security station.
Glass. The
There
climate
are
control in there has got to be crap.
There are 4 security guards here on duty, and one of them gets up to come meet you, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on here?"
At this point, we're on a floor we're not authorized to be on, and so I'm just pulling out my cancel use stunner and zapping him.
All
Get
right,
the cameras.
Just straight up. Hey, can I help you guys? Bazap. Since he's nice, I'm using the stunner.
everybody, make a speed roll.
Hey.
This is an initiative roll. So when you make your speed roll, you can add effort, but there's going to be no level. Just, I'll see what you make, and we'll go in order.
Well, I do have it. You said it costs 3 to do an effort.
Yes, but yes, it'll cost you 3 to do an effort, but also
I have 2
like
edge.
your armor will take out from your speed too.
Yeah. Okay. Then since I'm already 4 off of my rating or my speed cost, I'm just gonna.
I think the
No
roller will
effort.
automatically take that into account as well,
Okay.
but we'll see.
Another one.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness. Okay, so here's the thing. I noticed that when you did your speed roll, it did not take away from your speed. Let me just double check that. I don't know whether it's you make a speed roll or you spend points on a speed roll. So I'm going to look up those rules real quick. Equipment.
I'll say it's
armor.
labeled as cost, so I would assume it's when you spend, but I don't know when you spend and when you don't.
Yeah, anyone can wear, but it can be taxing. Wearing armor increases the cost of using effort when attempting a speed-based action. So it's only when you use effort.
Okay.
Okay. Conrad, because you had a major effect, you can get your weapon out without spending an action. And you can allow one of your teammates to get their weapon out without spending an action.
As tempting as it is to see what Codex can do with a knife, I know that Lightfoot has an actual gun, so I think I'm going to give that to Lightfoot.
Okay. Let's see where we are at here. Codex, speed roll, level 4, level 6, and level 4. And these guards are level... Okay. All right. Yeah, Iron Hand, you're first. You get to go.
All right. He's got still got the duffel bags in his hands, and as he drops the one on the right hand, in a flash, this just firefighter axe is in his hand. And I think the closest guy is gonna get tasered, so he's just gonna charge straight for the desk and try to tie those guys down.
Okay. The desk is not an immediate distance. It's a short distance. So that will be all you can do unless you want to make a speed roll at level 4.
Getting there's
I'll make a speed roll.
All right. Make your speed roll at level 4.
Base difficulty 4, pool, speed. I keep almost clicking pay instead of roll. Oh, that's not very good.
Okay.
Rip.
Well, you still get there and you're a big target. They're going to focus on you anyway.
Thank you for that.
Next is Codex.
He will shout over his shoulder,
is...
"Lock the doors."
Codex is going to try and also use her cancel use stunner, which is...
Okay, you can draw it this turn. You can't use it this turn.
That's right.
You can also
in one of our many pockets.
You can also move an immediate distance, so you can start closing with them if you want.
She will close with them, but she is not going to put herself out as a major target.
Okay.
Because she has no armor.
All right. Remember, you also have Cypher. You have that combat Cypher.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that I had the combat
You
one.
forgot you have everything. There's so many things.
Well, I was focusing on the tech stuff, and because earlier I was like,
yeah,
combat? What am I going to do with combat stuff?
Lightfoot, you're up.
Right. I'm going to stay in the doorway of the elevator to keep the doors from closing. And eventually I'm going to move a bag into the doorway so the heavy tools keep the elevator here.
Okay.
But I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy.
Okay. He is a level 3 security guard.
And a ranged weapon is a speed pool, right?
Pardon? Speed,
Ranged
yeah. Speed
weapon
for a
is
ranged
speed.
weapon. Speed for a ranged weapon.
All right, there we are with that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I would like to use a thing of effort to make the guy's level count as lower for the effect of the quote-unquote damage. Because it says 3 or higher do not fall prone or lose actions, but at level 2 or lower, they drop for 2 rounds upon being struck.
Okay.
So is there a way to do that?
Let's see here. Struck. Okay. A stunner that fires out short range but attacks beyond immediate range are hindered because the darts go astray. A struck creature of level 2 or lower falls prone and can't take actions for 2 rounds. A PC and creature of level 3 or higher do not fall prone or lose their actions. Instead, they are hindered by 2 steps for the next round or 2. So that's all that's going to happen to this guy with your stunner, is that he is going to have his next actions hindered.
That's good enough. And I was hoping to be able to knock him down, but oh well.
He's level 3, not level 2. Sorry about that.
That's why I was asking if there was a way I could effectively lower his by effort, like having the hit strike him in the chin or something.
You know what? I'll allow that if you spend effort for damage and not effort for lowering the difficulty. So if you spend effort,
Okay.
I will allow that to happen. I will allow you to do 1 extra level of stunner damage. That makes sense to me. Aw, Leo's so cute.
Yeah, he's just wanting a lot of attention and or food. Because he's only got 5 brain cells and 3 of them are to food.
Same.
Make your roll. Nice.
There we go. Bazap. Struck on the chin, extras volt to the head, hit the ground.
Boom.
Boop
Yep.
to the head.
Guy goes down. And takes 4 points of damage. Okay, that's everybody. The guards are going to go.
And now it's an even
they're not
fight,
allowed.
3 on 3. At least
Oh,
for a
it's
couple
not
rounds.
an even fight.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 guards remain on duty at the security station while 2 patrol the halls. So the other 2 are going to start... 2 of them start running down the halls towards the fight. And the one at the security console has a big dude right in front of him. He's supposed to do the alarm, but you are like
Right
really
there.
big and right there.
With an axe raised.
So I'm gonna
Go ahead,
Throw
put the
anyone
hand
off.
I'm gonna give him an oh shit roll.
But not a shits roll.
Yep, and he fails his oh shit roll. So he's just gonna pull out his gun and shoot you instead.
You mean he's going to pull his gun,
I'd like to see him try.
and that'll be it. 'cause
Yeah,
that's all
he's
his
gonna pull his
actions
weapon
do.
out.
When he pulls his pistol, the smile that Conrad is known for, the creepy Joker ear to ear smile, just spreads across his face. This is his favorite part.
The other 2 that are coming down the halls are gonna pull their weapons too as they go. And we're back up at the top at Conrad.
I'm gonna hit this guy with an axe.
Let's hit him with an axe.
Attack rolls roll the same way. Might,
Yep.
You said they're difficulty 3.
Might, difficulty 3.
All right. As he gets into that melee range, is it an action to deploy my hidden shield, or does that just happen?
I don't think so. It says hidden shield. The shield is concealed until you wish to use it. You are practicing using it. I think it just comes out on your action when you want to use it. It doesn't say that because it's enabler. It says enabler and not action. So it just pops right out when you want it.
Okay. And then a follow-up question that I definitely should have looked into. What does the I know I have an attack that I can make with the shield. Does the shield give me additional armor outside of that?
So what the shield does is it gives you a asset on might defense rolls.
Got it.
So basically you can tank stuff even, you can make your might defense and just be bang, bang, and nothing can hurt you. No extra armor though. That said, if you
like
want
that.
to attack with your shield, Both
weapons are hindered.
weapons are hindered, yes. But you can do 2 attacks.
How do I set hindered? Because I want to try that.
Okay. When you open your die roller, when it goes to additional modifiers down there, instead of eased by, you'll go to hindered by, and you'll add 1 to that.
Okay.
Theos Wireless
and does that take into effect that I already have an ease on might?
You don't have an ease on attack.
Not an ease.
You have
okay.
Yeah, you have a might
An
defense.
edge.
You have a might defense skill, but that won't help you in attacking.
Okay, cool. We're doing it.
James. Theos Wireless says, "Cute cat."
He is.
Well, the axe misses.
The axe misses. You have another attack with a shield.
He's a little from the typical orange boy. He's got 5 brain cells instead of 3.
Hindered by 1.
Though 3 of them are dedicated to food, 1 to cuddling, as you can see, which I'm very happy about.
One
And the
hero
last one
point.
for random thoughts.
All the hero points to the good boy kitty.
All right, we have a success. You hit him.
And the shield, I believe, is a light weapon.
Oh, it's a light weapon. So light weapons have an asset which would cancel out the hindrance. So you don't even have a hindrance on this one.
Okay.
But it does do 3 points of damage. And they have that much health and that much armor. So most of it is absorbed by their armor. They'll take 1 point from that hit.
Okay. As he brings the axe down, I imagine the axe embeds in the desk. And just shoves the shield forward at chest height.
We are to Codex. Codex, it's your turn.
Codex is going to fire off her stunner, and she is activating her effort enhancer cipher, which is for the next hour. Apply 1 free level of effort to.
So you can use your cipher, or you can shoot. Which one would you like to do?
Dang it! She will shoot. She'll go with shooting.
All right. Are you going to shoot the one that's on the ground, or are you going to shoot the one that is next to Iron Hand?
The one next to Iron Hand.
Okay. The others are out of range, so you can't even get to them.
Yeah, it's a little stunner.
Okay. What was that roll?
That was a 6.
Yes. Beats difficulty 2. That does not hit them. That's a miss.
Yeah. They go pew.
If only you had activated that. If only you had activated that cipher, you would have had a asset, and then you wouldn't have missed.
Well, that's not what Cypher would have done. She would have acted right now. Do the thing right now.
Yes.
Didn't do the thing.
Didn't do the thing. All right, you have missed, and it is Lightfoot.
I'm going to move one of the bags into the doorway of the elevator and then walk over to the downed guard. That'll be my round.
Okay, sounds good. Guard on the ground. This is his second round on the ground. That will cancel out the stunner effect, so he can act next turn. The guy at the desk is going to try and shoot Logan's character, Iron Hand. So, Iron Hand, you're being shot. It is a level 3 might defense roll. You have a skill in might defense that you can use. Your shield also gives you an asset. So you get 1 asset and 1 skill from this roll. If you spend a level of effort, you auto succeed.
I get 1 asset and
1 skill.
1 skill.
Instead of practiced, you're trained, because you're trained in might defenses.
Got it. Final difficulty 1.
Yes. Would you
I'll
like
just
to
roll
roll
it and
your
say-
1 die, or would you like to spend effort and not have to roll the die at all?
I'll roll it.
Okay. All right.
Handily succeeds.
The bullets bounce off the shield. The other two guards get within short range so they can start using their guns against you, because otherwise they'll be shooting through glass.
And risking the servers,
Yes.
which none of us want to damage.
Iron Hand, you are up.
Well, this guy shot me, and that's not very nice of him. Here's a question. Are the words is using a interjection, is that the right term?
Intrusion, but same thing.
Intrusion, is that an action, or is
No.
that an like out of order type thing?
That it depends, but usually not. Intrusion just happens.
Like my magic touch would be an action for me, but others would.
Okay. Does this guy, this security guard, does he have any cybernetics?
He has, let's see. Does not say he has cybernetics.
Okay.
It says
Then
he has armor. He has no cybernetics.
cool. Then we're just going to hit him a second time.
Okay.
Because there's one specific intrusion I want to use, but it has to be someone that has chrome. So I'm hoping we fight someone that has chrome. Difficulty 3, might, practiced.
Remember, you can also use a hero point to do ultimate damage, which means you can use up to 6 levels of effort for damage.
I'm gonna save that for someone who's at full health. But I like that. Hindered by 1 on the first attack because I'm gonna do 2.
Okay.
And the rolling.
Ultimate damage.
Third nat 20 of the night.
Okay. I will give you a choice. You can have
Brenna,
a
he
major
stole our
effect that
dice buck.
you can have a major effect that you don't know what's going
All our
to happen
shitty
with
rolls have been feeding his good ones.
Right?
it. Or you can
You're welcome, Conrad.
take +4 damage.
Um,
Straight up +4 damage.
I like random things. So we're gonna go with the major effect
We're
that
gonna
I
go
don't
with the major
know.
effect. Okay. I'm gonna check what major effects, because you are a walking tank.
Yeah.
And there's major effects under walking tank that I can use. Face cybernetics, general intrusion types. Here we go. Walking tank. Major effect suggestion. You regain 2 points to your might pool. Would you like 2 points to your might pool?
I think I spent a little bit of might earlier, so yeah, I can take 2 points.
This is an invigorating battle for you.
At least it is for someone.
It's almost the reason he likes the battle is not because he likes beating people up or killing people. He likes daring them to try to hurt him.
It's the adrenaline rush, man.
If they're not shooting back, it's no fun.
Come at me, bro.
And then you do 5 points of damage, I believe, right?
Yes.
So he's now down 5 points because he has 2 points of armor. So that's 3, 4. So he has 4 points of damage on him. You can attack with your shield, which is hindered by 1, eased by another, so that cancels itself out.
That's the plan. Might. No hindered or eased. And rolling.
Rolling.
That
That's
will
a
hit,
hit.
so he'll take another 1 point of damage from the shield. Peck. That brings him up to 5 points of damage. Oh, they attack as level 4. Okay, that's cool. They're level 3,
Do
but
not
the
like.
attack is level 4. Got it.
I don't like that idea.
Okay.
No.
What's going to happen here is we're moving on to Codex. Codex, what are you doing?
Codex is spending her turn resetting her flippin' stunner.
You're not going to use your combat enhancer cipher?
Um, I Well, in order to use the cipher with her weapon, she would still have to reset her weapon. So,
What do you mean? As soon as you use it,
Well,
all of your attack actions get a free level of effort, no matter what they do.
yeah,
and
but
her attack
the resetting the stunner is a full action in and of itself.
Yes. So
So-
you could
And-
use the stunner, or you could just use your knife, or whatever else you want to do. But yeah, you can redo the stunner if you want. So go ahead, redo the stunner.
Considering her might is a 7, she's not really the type to wait in there. So yeah, that's basically what she's doing is she's resetting the bloody
You
stunner.
reset your stunner. Okay. Lightfoot.
Zip
Why
ties out.
could it be one
Zip
that
tie the
comes
guy
out?
on the ground.
You zip
Before
tie
he-
the guy on the ground. You're gonna have to make a level 3 speed check to zip tie. Actually, level 3 might check as he's gonna struggle back because he is no longer stunned.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and spend some effort here for easing that.
Okay.
Sit on him.
Yep, that's a failure.
He's squirming. He's doing the worm.
Little man trying to do big man job.
Well, he still doesn't have his gun out, so I'll have another round to try.
Okay. Next turn for the security guys. This security guy that was almost zip tied stands up and pulls out his gun. The security guard with Conrad. With Iron Hand, Conrad, Iron Hand, Jaxo. He is going to back off from the guy wielding an axe and like destroying his body armor with axe slashes.
This
Is going to try and
axe-wielding maniac in front of him.
Is going to try and shoot him again. Level 4 might defense roll.
Here's a question. What weapon is he? Is it just like a medium pistol, or is it like a heavy pistol? Can I tell?
He has.
Can I just say I'm loving the blue there, Corey? It's fitting the vibes very well.
Thank you. He has a pistol that inflicts 5
Started
points of
doing that
damage.
when I did the Cyberpunk
So it's-
Red game, and he kept
It's a
it.
medium weapon, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna let him shoot me.
Okay.
I soak it.
Bang! He shoots you. It bounces off your armor and does nothing.
6 armor rating. What about the other guys? Do they shoot me too?
The other
Do they
guys
see an exercise in futility when they see one?
their friend shoot you and it just bounces off and puts a hole in your jumpsuit.
I was gonna say, are they like worried about ricochet?
Would you like to take Logan? Would you like to take a GM intrusion and get a hero point from that?
Yes.
Then take 2 hero points, one for yourself and one for a friend.
Who has hero points right now?
I don't think either one of us do at the moment.
I have one.
Well, I don't.
I'm gonna give one to James then, because I feel like he really needs to get this zip tie roll off.
All right. This guard has a smart pistol with a smart link. You see a little laser pointer laser onto you, and no matter where he points the gun barrel kind of moves with the laser pointer and is now attached to you. He was going to fire. It is level 4. You are hindered on your might defense roll. So you get an easement from your shield. It's hindered, so it is neutral on that, but you still have your skill.
All right. And it's level 4, you said?
Level 4. Unless you don't want to roll. Well, there it is.
I say almost another 20.
Okay. This, because we are using the ultimate damage rule, this GM intrusion inflicts additional 3 points of damage. You take 8.
Okay, I take 2.
2 points of might.
Lightweight. I just got that from my might roll earlier.
Bang. You're like, ooh, I felt that.
Just a little bit of a bruise. You hit a soft spot between plates.
And the guard will yell to the other one, attack the others. This one is mine. And James, you're gonna get shot at.
Okay.
It is a level 4. You can make this either a might or a speed defense.
I'm going to go with speed since it's my better one.
Okay. Level 4 speed defense. You can add effort, whatever you'd like to do.
Yeah, and I don't have anything to really add to it besides effort, which I think I will go ahead and throw one on there.
All right. You dodge away. Bullets go wide. And that's it. That's all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Conrad, Iron Hand, Jaxo, you're up.
Is there any precedent for me to throw this man at the other 2 guards that just showed up and started shooting?
You can do a grab the first round, but you have to like drop your axe.
And you'll throw them the next round.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mind you, the guards are coming from 2 different hallways, so you can't throw them at both.
Oh, okay.
You know in professional wrestling it does take them a moment going, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's
But that's usually proposing.
You know, he likes his axe.
Yeah.
So I think we're just gonna hit again. Let's see. Using an injector is an action, right?
Right. So if you want to add your rampage, that'll take a round to use.
Yeah. But I think these guys are a little bit tougher. I mean, I, as the player, expected them to go down in a hit or 2. But realistically, that's not viable. So I think after a couple of hits in, Iron Hand's gonna, with his shield arm, he reaches back to a pouch on his thigh and grabs this bright red injector and sticks it into his neck and just starts laughing.
All right.
What is so you've been holding out on me?
I don't think it's the kind of party favor you want,
Codex, wants that. Wants it a lot.
I just have to say that my eczema is really bothering me on my face tonight, so I'm like really accidentally play acting her twitchiness by going to my face.
I gotta look up the drugs. Where are the drugs? Here we go. So this is what happens. Rampage. It is an injected. Okay, initial effect. For an hour, all non-combat attacks involving raw strength are eased by 2 steps. Now you can start bashing through a car. When the character strikes an NPC or creature, they can choose to make a second attack roll. If the second attack roll is successful, the target is killed. If the target is a PC, they move down the damage track. Okay. There is no secondary effect. You need to... How does overdose work? Some drugs have a chance of overdose. When the PC takes a drug, the player rolls the designated die. If the die shows the overdose number, the character descends 1 step on the damage track every 5 minutes until medical aid.
Okay, what's my die?
Roll a d20. So on the by your character sheet, there's going to be some dice like hanging off like a little dongle. Just hit the d20 on that. Don't roll a 1.
Is that the same if I have it popped out?
Yeah, you see that little? There's like a cube,
Yes.
but yeah, just click the. You're
Not a
good.
1.
You did not roll a 1, but you do have to roll an addiction, I believe.
I love it. What's the roll? Is it a...
It is going to be, I think, level 5. I don't know. Addiction. Each time the character uses a potential habit-forming drug, they must make an addiction roll determined by the drug's addiction level, which is 5. It is a might defense roll each time the drug is used. Well, that's good. You have skill in
Very
might
good.
defense. Your shield will not add to this.
Of course. No, I'm protected. Let's see. Where's the? I keep trying to go to the character sheet for rolls instead of this side for the button.
Yeah, the button's great,
So
isn't it?
it's a 5 might trained.
Yes.
Let's do this.
You can add effort too.
Oh, I'm gonna spend a hero point.
Okay, you can spend a hero point.
Do I have any options to hero point to auto succeed, or is it just hero point to reroll?
I think it's just going to be a reroll for this one. I don't think you have any player intrusions
Works
for this.
for me. Difficulty 5. What was the other thing you said I should have rolled?
Don't do that in the chat.
Right.
You just hit that little die button again. That's all you do. And you're good.
There we go.
You get to enjoy it
And
in
we
the
know
moment
why.
and not crave it later.
All right. The
And now
laughing
you know why Codex's might is 7, and she has a slight problem.
the laughing intensifies as Iron Hand's blood starts rushing, and he can hear his heartbeat in his ears. Codex.
Codex finally has her thing rewound. Would she be of any help zip tying the thug?
He's on his
But-
feet now. You can't zip tie him.
Okay, that's what I thought I remembered. In that case,
Put him down again.
she is going to take this turn to activate her cipher and then shoot on her next round.
All right.
Sorry, guys, but she needs all the help she can get. 'Cause last time it went badly.
Okay. Now it is Lightfoot.
Can't zip tie the guy. Gun is useless in the offhand, right? I guess I'm going ahead and drawing my big gun while saying, I tried to do this nice.
Okay. The guard says, "We don't treat criminals nicely," and he's gonna shoot you. He's gonna back off and shoot you.
No, you just work for them instead.
Does this guy also have a smart gun?
No, only the one guy has the smart gun.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, cool. We were just going to give you a night off instead of, a permanent retirement.
James, make a might defense level 4. Or speed defense, either one you want. Might or speed.
This time I'll go with might because the effort last time lowered me a bit much.
Yes, because you were wearing armor.
I get hit.
All right, you're going to take 5 points minus your armor.
Okay, so only 2.
For Iron Hand, the guy you've been axing, he is going to help his friend with the smart pistol. He's going to like try and pin you down, so the smart gun can hit you better, or like just lay in a lot of bullets into your shield in hopes that you'll have to use your shield to like concentrate on him instead of the guy with the smart gun.
Yeah.
So that will aid him, which means you are now hindered twice on your roll. It's going to be level 4. You have 2 hindrances, 1 skill.
So hindered by 1, since the cancels 1. Might trained roll. Ooh, I am hit.
You are hit. That is still going to be 8 points of damage, so you only take 2.
Right on. We need to kill this guy.
The last guy is going to change his target over to Codex. Codex, level 4, defense, either might or speed.
I'm gonna go with speed and
Ooh.
finally
20.
His gun explodes.
You are in a hacks the network kind of person. I don't think that we'll see what it looks like for your major effect. Major effect, hacks the network. Nope. Hacks the network. The network and all nearby connected machines power down. Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be. Okay. I'm going to give Codex an immediate attack. You can attack anybody you want because as you dodge out of the way of this bullet, you are now in the perfect position to shoot back.
nice. Okay, she is going to use her cipher to ease the effort rather than doing damage by 1 level.
Yep, you get a free level of effort, so you can do that.
Yep. Are you freaking kidding me?
You know, you could add in things like level. You can, but yeah, you made a difficulty 2. They are difficulty 3 to hit. You used a level of effort, so you hit 1.
All right.
Which was the one that you wanted to hit?
I'll go with the one on the right.
The one.
Okay.
Okay.
Gun.
There's one with a smart gun, one without a smart gun. There's one that was manning the station, and there is
She
one
will
that's
go for the
attacking
one
James.
with the smart gun, mainly because she'd love to get her hands on one.
Okay. You hit him. He is now hindered by 2 levels.
Nice.
Yay.
Finally, she is useful somewhat.
Lightfoot.
Oh,
you're
very
up.
useful.
No, that was the NPC's turn.
Yeah, that was a free shot by her.
Yeah, Conrad Ironhand, you're up.
All right. I'm grabbing him.
All right, you drop your axe, bang,
Yep.
dang, and you pick him up. So it is going to be a might roll.
Might and what was my benefits from the? That's attack non-combat attacks is what it said.
So let me get back to that. Because I forget too. I think it was non-combat gets like 2 levels of asset.
Here, can I pull it up in the book?
Yeah. You can pull it up in the book. It's
Got it. While a character strikes an NPC, they can choose to make a second attack roll. If the second attack roll is a success, the target's killed.
Yep.
Okay, so that doesn't actually help me in grabbing him.
Nope. You might as well just hit him with your axe.
Yeah.
Or chop. Go all juggalo on him.
Gonna strike him. Now, I assume I can't make the rampage attack and my shield attack.
Yes, you can.
Oh. Well then.
You can get 4 rolls.
I'm gonna hit him.
So remember, when you do that, your attack rolls are hindered.
Yeah, my axes are hindered. My shields are flat because it's
Yes.
light.
All attack rolls are hindered.
That is A-okay with me.
It is a level 3 to him.
Rolling. A hit.
With a minor effect. The minor effect, I believe... Let me see what it does here. You gain +1 armor for 1 round.
Awesome. And then I guess, do I have to do axe shield?
No.
Shield?
Make your second roll on this axe right now.
Okay. 3 might. Practiced. Hindered by 1.
And you chop him in half. Bam! You embed your axe straight through his armor and straight into his chest, and he goes down.
Ew.
Now, just because I don't know mechanically, can I move and continue my attacks?
Nah, because he moved last turn, and you had to catch up with him. So you moved
Right.
to engage with him. So you can't hit with your shield anymore.
But I can I move back so that I'm within immediate of the other guys?
Nah.
Okay.
So basically, you hit him, you embed your axe right into his chest, you have your second attack with your shield, and you whack him off your axe.
Works for me. I almost imagine it like it sticks and he pulls, and the shield bash to knock him off is almost vertical or over the shoulder, tossing him back towards the desk.
Oh yeah, you can move anywhere within immediate range, so you can move back to where you were. As long as
Okay, I'll move back to where I was, yeah, so I can be closer to the next engagement.
Because immediate range is like you're dancing around, you're doing combat stuff, you're jumping over things, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Codex
Codex.
drops her stunner, and this time is drawing her knife.
Okay.
She just tends to prefer her blood and guts in the virtual world, not the real one. So,
You start moving towards one of the bad guys. You're in
Yeah.
immediate range with the one that James has been fighting. That Lightfoot has been
Okay.
fighting. So you can get up to him, but you pulled your knife, so that's your action.
yep.
Okay.
She'll at least try to look like a threat to distract him.
Lightfoot.
Shoot the guy.
Shoot the guy.
And that's a 3. I believe you said.
Yeah, level 3.
Yeah, I'm just shooting him. I'm not bothering with anything extra. Right. And this does have a blitzkrieg, so that's 5 points with 1 point ignoring the armor because it's electrical.
Cool. So how much damage does it do normally?
4. It's a medium pistol.
Would you like to do the +3 or the minor effect? +3 damage?
I'll take the extra damage.
Okay. So that's 8 points of damage.
One of which is completely ignores the armor.
Got it.
A thunderous hit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bang. He's electrified for a little bit, but he's still up. He has taken 7 points total. I think. Right? You said 8? 7 plus 2, that's 9. He's taken 9. 9 points.
And he took that 4 points earlier from the stunner.
I got that. That was where the 2 came from. Because that does not ignore armor. That is 2. Okay, they're going to attack back. The guy with the smart pistol is going to shoot at Iron Hand. You have 2 assets, plus your shield, plus your skill, but you have a hindrance, so you need to make a level 1 roll.
All right.
So it's going to be, you have 1 hindrance plus 3 assets, which boils down to 2 assets. You'll have 2 assets on this roll and 1 skill. It is level 4. You have your skill and 2 assets because he is stunned a bit from the stun gun. And boom, you're fine.
Just shield up in front of his chest and head as he's walking forward. And we can talk during combat, right?
Sure.
He'll just shout out almost in an attempt to intimidate, but mechanically I don't know if it does anything. And he'll say, "Come on, we kill them and then we go home."
The guy will respond, "Guys, I need some help over here. More firepower." James, the guy on you, is going to fire back. Level 4. Either might or speed. You'll take 5 points damage.
That's another 2 going.
Okay. And the last guy is going to shoot at Codex. Codex.
No.
Might or speed defense, level 4.
Speed. Ah.
All right. She will also take 5 points of might damage. Back to the top with Iron Hand.
All right. If I'm back to the desk where the guy was moved from originally,
Yes.
am I within movement range to one of the other shooters, or are they further away?
The one on James, yes, but those other 2 are in short range, so you'll have to take an entire action to move unless you make a level 4 speed check to get to them.
Okay. I'm going to... I feel like the smart gun's a bigger threat to me. But is there any way for me to move and interpose myself between the second shooter and Codex?
Aww.
Yeah. You can try and do that. Sure.
She is squishy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to do that because they're taking a beating. I've got plenty of might to lose.
So Codex, you are getting an asset on might or speed defense this turn from Iron Hand.
You're my new best friend.
And is that my action to brace in front, or can I still try to hit the guy that's right there close with both of them?
No, that's going to be your action to aid Codex.
Okay. No, we'll go for it. I am the wall.
Okay. Lightfoot. No, Codex. Codex, you're up.
Okay. Codex goes, "Thank you, big guy," and she's going to try and reach around him and stab the guy.
Whoa
Oh,
there,
he's
we just
blocking
met.
from the shooters that are further away. The guy that's right in front of me, you can stab him freely.
Yeah. Brenna, you don't have a good idea of what this place looks like in your head, do you?
No, I never do.
So, you've come out of an elevator. There's a security
Yeah.
desk right there. The security desk had one person at it. There was another who kind of walked up to you. That is a person who is attacking James with a pistol right now. Then there's a branching hall that goes left and right. And in the middle, between the two halls, is a big glass room with lots of servers in it. Coming down the hallways, either left or right, are two guards that have gotten to the end of the hallway and are in short range of you and are shooting you. So the only guy within stabbing distance is the guy who has been talking to James, or James's character, Lightfoot.
Conversing with gunpowder.
Yes.
We've also been conversing in that I said I tried to be nice when I drew my big gun. And he went, "We're not nice to bad guys." And you actually responded with, "You're working for them."
One question. Just out of curiosity, what's our narrative time here? Like, I know D&D is 6-second rounds. Some games are 3-second rounds.
I mean, it's 6 to 10 seconds or something like that. It's something like that. Like, it's
Okay.
they
If
never
it was Cyberpunk
really.
Red, I'd be telling you it's 3.2 seconds per round.
So around in Cypher, it doesn't. I don't think it says.
It's whatever the GM thinks is appropriate for
Yeah.
the kind of combat. Because obviously, a round in doing a Princess Bride story and the sword fights with plenty of quipping and Agrippa moves is going to be longer rounds.
For sure.
But a Cyberpunk game, probably shorter rounds.
Okay, I'm
It says
going
here-
to try.
I'm sorry. It says here precision timekeeping is rarely important. Most of the time, saying things it takes about an hour works fine. You don't have to track each round that ticks by if you don't want to. If a special ability has a specific duration in an encounter or duration of 1 minute, is mostly saying the rest of the encounter. If you don't have to track each round that ticks by if you don't want to, likewise, an ability that lasts for 10 minutes can be safely considered the length of an in-depth conversation, the time it takes to quickly explore a small area, or the time it takes to rest after a strenuous activity. So there you go. Like a 1 minute thing could last an entire combat.
Yeah, it was less mechanically and more just to like get a mental image of how fast this is unfolding.
Right.
Okay, Codex is without running out in front of the middle of nowhere, like a sitting duck. She's going to turn and try and stab the one up in Lightfoot's face.
Okay.
Having the gunpowder detente.
It is a level 3 to attack him.
Okay. Come on, dialogue. Base difficulty 3, skill level.
Remember, before you roll, don't roll. Remember, he's level 3. Light weapons have an asset to them.
Thank you for the reminder.
All right, you hit him with
right.
your knife. As you had a free level of effort. What did you do with that level of effort?
I applied it
To make it easier to
to
hit?
to lower the difficulty.
Right. Okay. So your knife ricochets off of his armor and does no damage.
It's okay. They're kind of beefy.
she's feeling very pathetic right now.
You can apply, for next time, you can apply that effort to damage. And remember, you can spend a hero point to do ultimate damage if you want to do that.
Ultimate damage.
It's true.
No, she's saving it for when we get into the actual server room.
You don't see anybody in the server room.
No, I mean
These might be the guys.
in case she needs it for doing anything with the system. She's keeping it in her bag just in
Oh,
case.
okay.
Yeah,
Lightfoot,
right now,
you're up.
Lightfoot and Iron Hand's job is keep the small one alive so that she can access the computers later.
And she's trying not to stick her neck out like an idiot.
Lightfoot is up.
She's
Blam blam again.
Okay. Would you like to do ultimate damage?
No, because I no longer have anything to spend in effort at this point.
Right.
So it's just basic shooting.
pew pew.
Well, that hits. How much
There
damage
we
you
go.
do?
5, one of which cannot be ignored by armor.
You got it. He has 11 points of damage on him. And yeah, that's not good for him. He's teetering on the edge.
I say, I tried to be nice. If you fall down now, I'll zip tie you.
He is going to turn and run away at this point in time because he has 1 point at... Actually, he is going to jump behind the desk, the security desk, and he's going to hit the button. Beep.
That's why I left the tools in the elevator doorway. No backups coming.
Have fun getting into that fire escape.
We are at the other two. They're going to concentrate their efforts on Iron Hand. So Iron Hand, this is the second round this guy was stunned. So he is no longer has the hindrances. He gets an asset. So you're going to have 2 hindrances on this level 4 attack roll. Might defense.
Wasn't one of them from the guy that I killed helping him?
This is going to be from the other guy in the other hallway.
I thought
Okay.
I was going to say
He yelled at
something about
everybody?
that guy, but at the same time, this is the guy with the smart gun. The smart gun gives him the asset.
Yeah.
The smart gun gives him 1 asset. Help gives him another asset. You can only have 2 assets for any one roll. So he gets 2. Those assets turn into hindrances for you.
So I'm double hindered.
But you
But
have
I
plus 1
have-
asset from the shield, which makes it 1 hindrance.
And then trained negates another hindrance.
Well, yeah, but but you're gonna put in
But I
1
still put
hindrance
in
and
1,
trained.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how the system will work. So you can
Oh.
add an effort too,
Ooh.
but hey, you succeed.
Unnecessary.
Boom, done. And that brings us back to Conrad Iron Hand Jaxo, who's up first with Rampage flowing through his system.
So it'd be a speed roll to try to get to them this turn and have an action.
Yes, level 4 speed roll.
Okay. Well, we're going to do it. Can I do an action and then try the speed roll? And if I fail the speed roll, I don't get there? Or do I have to spend everything to see if I get there and then
So
possibly
you'll-
still get to
you
do an
can-
action?
Basically, the level 4 speed roll is to make sure you have that extra action. So
Okay.
if you
So
don't
speed
make it,
first.
yeah.
4 speed, no ease, no hinder, and nothing but practiced.
Yep.
Let's do this. Oh, can I spend a hero point to reroll / succeed?
Just to re-roll. Just to
To
re-roll.
reroll. Okay.
There you go. You have an action.
Okay.
You can attack.
He starts. Every step is just a thunderous impact on I imagine a metal or like tile floor.
Yeah.
As he starts to build speed, lumbering towards this guy. And as he runs, he drops the axe and pulls from behind him a landmine.
That escalated
And-
quickly.
I am charging towards the smart gun.
And you can... Okay. You pull out your landmine because you have to pull it out and arm it.
Yeah, pull it out's one, arm it's another, and then bludgeon him with it.
Next turn
is going to be a third.
Next turn, yeah.
Yeah, next turn. Got it.
Okay. We are at Codex.
Codex is again trying to no, not asset, it's e-spy. Okay. And
there's one guy behind the guard station that hit the alarm. He's within knifing distance. The other two you'll have to run up towards.
I'm going to go for the one who hit the alarm. Sorry, what base difficulty are they again? 3 or 4?
Base difficulty of 3 to hit him.
That's
Remember,
right, they attack
he
at
has
like 4.
2 points of armor.
And putting not the effort of not ease of damage. 1 level for extra damage. Oh, I do have enough might points. You just don't think I do. Effort for the roll.
You got him. Damage inflicted, 5 points. You bury your knife into him, and he goes down. And he falls over.
I imagine it more as because he's crouched low, she just grabs him by the forehead and goes.
Well, she wants to
And then she goes,
execute him.
"Oh!"
She doesn't have to execute him. And now it is Lightfoot.
All right, so guy behind the desk is taken care of. Iron Hand's got the guy with the smart gun all locked up, so I'm going to just shoot the other one.
Would you like to use ultimate damage?
I do not have the points available to spend even for 1 level of effort.
No, you don't. You can roll to hit. Is a level 3 to hit.
Ooh.
Would you like your major effect, or would you like to do +4 damage?
Too many choices?
I don't know what the major effect is.
I'm not going to tell you until you choose.
You know what? In this case, I'll go for it. I'll take whatever the major effect is.
All right. Let's check out.
And he's got 5 points, one of which his armor cannot ignore.
You can immediately take a second action this turn.
I'll shoot him again.
Okay.
Double nat 20. Let's go. Roll it.
Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
That still hits.
It hit. So that's another 5.
Okay.
So 10 total with 2 his armor can't ignore, but his armor can count for double on the rest.
You got it. You want to know? That comes out to exactly the same amount of damage you would have took if you took the +4 damage.
But it's cooler.
You just want it to be more nail biting.
Exactly, it's cooler that way.
Yeah. Okay, they have to really concentrate on Iron Hand here because they don't know what he dropped his axe, charged straight towards them. Do they know what that thing is in his hand? They don't want to find out. So, same type of roll. They're both targeting you, so one's giving an asset to the other. So 2 assets means 2 hindrances for you.
All right, and then am I still just putting in 1 because if something can't? I already forgot what cancels it out, or do I put
Your
in
shield?
2?
Your shield gives you an asset, so that cancels out one of the hindrances. So you have 1 hindrance and then the skill.
Got it. 4 might roll.
Yep, and no damage.
Blame your friend for what happens next.
All right, Iron Hand, you're up.
And he's still just lumbering forward, shielded in front of him in this almost like a bash type charge. He's gonna bring that landmine overhead and try to beat this guy with the detonator button.
Okay. Would you like to spend a hero point to do ultimate damage?
Oh man, it already does 8.
Yeah. He can survive that.
I'm gonna use a hero point. Wait, hang on. Question before I dedicate to that. Does that ultimate damage happen to me as well in the blast radius?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a very good question to ask.
Thank
before
you for
doing-
asking
I'm
first.
gonna say yes, because that's a blast
Okay.
radius thing. Yes.
That I'm not going to use ultimate damage.
Okay.
Because I still am gonna get my
Shield.
shield,
gonna
and then I
say-
still have rampage.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, make your attack roll hindered. It's level 3.
3 might hindered 1 rolling.
Grateful you asked first.
Ooh, we will use a might or a hero, my last hero point to succeed or not succeed, so to reroll.
To reroll, yeah. Okay.
For success.
That
So every time he
landmine
says
comes down
reroll
and
or
hits
success,
the
he
guy,
gets success on
and
the reroll.
explodes. That guy takes 8 points of damage. Iron Hand takes 8 points of damage, and Lightfoot and Codex, you both take 4 points of damage unless you can make
they're in the blast radius.
unless you can make a might defense or speed defense roll at level 4.
Yeah,
that's the rampage speaking. My bad, guys.
I get it, man. Sometimes you're on a trip and it happens.
That's,
Like,
I'd
what's
to see
fine?
that. In the immediate range, do I still get to make a might defense?
No, it's in your freaking hand. I'm not allowing that.
Can I'm behind the shield?
At the very least, it's hitting your hand and arm.
I'll take it.
Do I get an asset for him?
Yeah, in theory, I'm in between the blast from them.
Codex, make your roll level 4.
Aw.
Okay. Since you both made your roll, you can have the damage to 2. So you still take 2 points of damage.
I take none.
Armor absorbs it.
Armor.
Codex, you'll take 2 points of might.
Was
And mine is
my
down to 0.
All right, because your might is now down to 0, you take a wound. Under the combat tab, change from hail to impaired.
This is the first time I've ever hit impaired in Cypher.
You're welcome.
Conrad,
You're on
make
my side, man!
Iron Hand make another attack roll at hindered.
I did have another question. My minor effect of +1 armor, was that 1 round?
That was only for 1 round. So
Okay,
that
so I
goes
will
away.
take that 2 points of might damage.
So what you're going to do is you're going to make your rampage roll for the landmine because this was a melee attack.
So D3 might hindered by 1.
And
we were
the
on the
guy
same
is paced. As you not only hit him with the landmine, you shoved his entire face in the landmine, breaking his jaw, and then it explodes. And most of the glass surrounding the servers all shatter.
So he's silent
Damn.
red, soylent red.
And you guys
I
hear
was hoping that was armored
the
glass.
servers go beep, beep, beep.
Thankfully,
Just-
the glass protected the servers enough that they only took shockwave.
Oh no.
As
Okay,
there's an alarm going
And
off.
I
Servers
will
are
call out
beeping.
at this point. What have we said about using explosives near delicate things?
Some of us include delicate things.
He's just head to toe. The jumpsuit that he had over his armor is completely blown away, and he's just head to toe dyed black with red smears everywhere. And he's cackling with his arms in the air.
And since it was his head that exploded, there's streaks of gray on you as well, and little flecks of white. Oh, there's
got a little
dripping off your ear.
No,
a little bit of
there are
something
no.
everywhere.
Conrad Iron Hand Jaxo has no blood, guts, or gore on him as the explosion goes that way.
The shield maybe it's got some soot and some
got
smear,
nut-
but everything else,
Freaking clean other
hallway,
side of the mine.
the ceiling, everything else.
Codex.
Everybody and everything else looks like a Jackson Pollock painting.
You just pulled off the ultimate high explosive Three Stooges pie in the face.
My buddy that's watching just sent me a clip of I think it's a Russian soldier throwing a landmine through a window. It's exactly what just happened.
Brenna, it is Codex's turn.
Okay. Ew, that was gross. Ow. Is there anyone still standing after that?
The guy I was shooting.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
there's one other guard, and he took that 4 points of damage, which brings him up to 10. Okay. He's got 10 points of damage on him. That's not good for him. I would like to say, Codex, did you use a recovery?
No.
Then I don't know why it says one action's checkmarked. You should not.
I don't know either.
Okay. You can spend the round recovering if you want to get rid of your impaired.
Okay. I think I would definitely like a breather after that.
Again,
I realized why is because I was thinking about it earlier and I had clicked on it and then I was like, right. But I did not. And I rolled a flipping.
You get 2 points back.
Yep.
Still enough to move you back up, isn't it?
Okay. Because you now have points in might, you can go from impaired back to hail.
All right.
There you go.
Oh, I remember what it was. I was thinking about it earlier, and then I went to drag a window over, and it was right at the right height that I keep it staggered at.
Lightfoot.
Well, if I don't shoot this guy, he's going to start running, and then Iron Hand will have to play with him, and I think we should end playtime.
It's a mercy killing at this point.
Instead, I'm trying to be kind to these guards the entire time. Killing him now is a kindness.
Just
Level
leg him.
3.
He's already got to pay the psych bills.
Level 3 to attack him. All right. And that brings him down. Last guy's gone.
Finally. Okay. Now, how are my babies? She says, looking at the servers.
He's electrocuted and he goes down. All right. You guys start walking up to the server room. You reach your hand in through the door, glass that's been shattered, and undo the lock, and then open up the door.
You know,
Conrad
I'm pretty
goes,
sure instead what happens is Iron Hand, still high, just walks through the glass, and then we follow.
Oh, there's no glass left.
We just take the shortest path.
Iron Hand's gonna go just for flavor, his axe that he dropped was propelled by the blast, and is like the back spike of the fire axe is embedded in the wall. He just grabs it, puts his foot on the wall, and wrenches it out, still just cackling. He's very pleased with what he's done.
As he should be.
All right, now for the faster part. Get that data and let's go.
All right. As you walk in, there's a guy that you see in the server room going, "Fuck, shit, fuck."
Out of my way.
He looks at you and goes, "I gotta repair these things. Look what you guys did. Who the hell are you messing with my computers?"
I'm
I
gonna grab
know.
him.
Down to the back of his
Do you
head.
want to leave him behind?
No, don't. Hey. I'm just a tech guy. Okay?
Me too.
Put your hands behind your back through the arms of the chair. Basically, so that the arms are holding in him with his hands close enough to zip tie together.
Okay.
Into the
He'll
chair.
be like,
That way the
he
chair
says,
can hug
he
him.
says, "Okay, sounds good. Let's do that. My arms are back here. Okay."
While they're doing that, Codex is getting to work.
Okay. You start
I'd like
hacking the
to-
computer.
I'd also like to set a trap. Can I put a landmine in front of the fire escape door, since that's
Sure.
probably the only way they can get up?
Sure.
And then I'm gonna put
Why do you have another one? Why
I'm
didn't
gonna-
we take that away from you?
I'm gonna put the body of the first guy I dropped on the landmine, so that they have to move the body when the door opens, and the button will come up and the mine will go off.
Well, the door is already blocked open, remember?
No, that's the
The-
elevator. He said the fire
Yeah,
escape.
I'm
Yeah,
trapping the
we're
fire
not being-
escape.
So the doors,
Sorry.
you see the fire escape door has one of those big fire escape levers on it, so it pushes inward and doesn't push outward.
Okay, so they won't be able to.
No, the
Not
door
without
won't
substantial
open.
effort.
Yeah.
The elevator's the main way for their backup to get up here, and we need that to get to the roof.
We're helping them find the flaws in their security.
But if you want to leave a landmine surprise for them on their way up
Oh, yeah.
to us,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can open up the door and put it inside the door.
that would be a little obvious, though. Maybe at
In the middle of the
security
hallway.
desk?
Yeah, right in front, somewhere obvious.
There's multiple detonation solutions on these landmines. I gotta pull up the book real quick to see.
True. Set up a claymore so that if they pry the door open and come in that way, it goes off on them.
Okay, we're going to go while you're setting up your landmine and stuff like that. Brenna, you're jacking in?
Yes.
I just remembered a funny
Oh,
fact about claymores.
Please.
One side says, this side face towards enemy. The other side, because they're also issued to Marines, says, do not eat.
It's 1 point to use your data jack, but that's okay since you have an edge of 2, so that negates that. James, are you going to help her out and jack in as well, or are you staying out to help Logan with any sort of trouble?
I'm going to use my skill boost hacking cipher and do so. And this gives me ease hacking a task by 3 steps. Actually, I'll use it on her.
Interesting. Okay.
I'll just
Okay,
take
all
out
right.
my little vial and go, here, this will help.
This is an app.
She's like, whatever it is, as soon as you pull out a vial, she's like, hit me.
So you pull out your app and you use it on her. But your app, because it's not an ejection or anything, it's like a skill chip, right?
Mhm.
This app is infected with malware. So let me just pull up those rules real quick.
It says I can do a tripwire, a
Malware
radio
cipher.
receiver, a motion detector, or the
So-
button.
The malware is at the same level as the cipher and has one of the more following effects. It can send the user's personal information. It attacks one or more of the user's implants, hinders the defense rolls against the hacks by 1 to 3 steps, copies itself to a nearby device, mines cryptocurrency on the user's hardware, resets the user's password, locking them out of other devices. So what is the level of your skill boosting? It's level 5.
Yeah.
Brenna, intellect roll,
Yes.
level 5. Any computer skills will apply to this. So you don't have any computer skills.
I
Ironically,
do, and I'm the one activating it.
other than computer programming and
I guess James, since you're the one activating it, actually, yeah, you make the roll then. No, it's affecting Brenna. It should be her. James, I can let you give her an asset.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
That's fair. I do have the skill, so that's how I'm giving the asset. I do have the computer's skill.
So Brenna, you get 1 asset on this level 5 roll. If you fail, you are infected with malware.
I will hate you forever. I am going to spend 1 effort to ease it.
I literally say to you, hang on, I got this app from one of Gorgeous's dancers. It makes hacking.
Oh God!
easier.
Oh God! No!
All right. You succeed and you defeat the malware. Your anti-worms destroy it before it can hurt you, but you get 3 assets on any... Is it 3?
It says ease hacking task by 3 steps and can be done 5 times in the next day.
All right. Brenna,
24-hour
whenever
period.
you want to hack something, you can add 3 easements to that roll.
And now I delete the skill boost hacking from me. I'm just going to turn it to gray right now.
Sure. All right. Brenna, you go in. You log into this thing. And you see a desert landscape with a pyramid in the distance. The area lacks other features. The pyramid is the only direction to go.
Okay. I am going towards the pyramid.
All right. You reach a river that blocks your way. A wooden pier suggests this is a place to cross. A hacking success will help a rowboat appear. So you're going to have to make a hacking roll.
Okay.
It is level... Let's see what the level is on this. Level 6.
Ease to 3.
So you can put 3 easements on this level 6 roll.
Okay. It says.
And you're getting an asset from me.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I was.
Oh, wait, hold on. James, did you log in as well?
Sure.
Okay.
And I'm just being assistant the entire time on everything.
So you'll have to data jack in. You'll have to data jack to give her assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Spend 1 point of intellect to use your data jack. And you are also in, and you see the same things she does, but you're giving an asset to her.
Yeah, I'm basically a disembodied voice that gives advice.
Conrad, you're still setting up your landmine. What's going on with that?
Oh yeah. He's
Yes, Gordon?
the landmine. So the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I'm picturing the elevator and entryway is that there's elevator door, and then like immediately to the side is the fire escape door. Because I'm still a little worried about them coming up and trying to like cut through that or something, since the elevator's not going down.
The elevator door is going ding, ding.
Yeah.
And suddenly it goes
Crunches.
and it's trying to squeeze the bag and
I'll
is
run up.
grinding against it.
Can I put the landmine in the elevator and pull the bag to let the elevator go down?
Sure. But they can
Okay.
see the landmine in the middle of the elevator.
Oh, I'll put it to like the the
There
corner.
was another tool bag in there that you dropped.
There is. Can I put the bag on the landmine? Although that
Sure.
can block the sensors and stuff.
You can put
Yeah,
the bag on the
sensor peeking
landmine.
out.
I can. Yeah. Also, landmine on the floor, bag right on top of it, immediately in front of the door,
Okay.
so that hopefully they kick it or something when they walk in.
Sounds good. The door closes
What's up
finally.
with this?
The elevator goes down.
Landmine 2 expended.
Brenna, did you make your
Okay.
hacking roll?
I am now. I was just
Success. Dang. You are good.
He's also
I
going to use
was
his
like, I'm putting all the
meditation
things
aid if he can.
A boat appears, and you move to the safe node. You move noticeably closer to the pyramid and experience no obstacles, hazards, or foes.
that sounds suspicious.
We should probably
You need
hurry
to
this
make
up.
to get closer again to the pyramid. To get to the pyramid now, you'll have to make one more hacking roll at level 6.
Okay.
Eased. That would be number 2 of the 5 that can be done.
3, skill level practice, effort to use mask. 1.
Would I also have the time to use my meditation aid and regain
Sure.
intellect?
Sure.
Is that a computer program or is that another injectable?
All right, you get to the pyramid. The character arrive at the pyramid and see a stone tunnel leading into it. You'll have to make another hacking roll to get down the pyramid. Brenna, would you like a GM intrusion at this time to get a hero point?
Yes. And I also got a minor effect on my last roll there.
Okay.
So
With that
GM
minor
intrusion?
effect, I will allow you to have a free recovery roll.
Yes. I could use that. Okay.
Okay, this is what happens. While Logan he's set up his mine, the elevator door closes, while Iron Hand is doing that, and now he's applying his meditation, his meditation device to put him into a state of relaxation. While you two are jacked in, you don't notice this because how would you? And you're deep into the servers, and Conrad, Iron Hand, is by the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
But the tech deploys his mantis blade, cutting through his restraints, and stabs Codex as she's trying to hack through the area.
No, we spared your life, man!
No good deed goes unpunished.
You said, I want that hero point. Juan extends a mantis blade and makes a surprise attack against the character. If the GM is using ultimate damage roll, which we are, it inflicts 5 additional points of damage. So, Juan is level 5.
Ooh.
So, make a level 5 might defense roll. You cannot use speed on this roll because you're jacked in and don't know what's happening. Might defense roll level 5, please.
Okay.
Boom! 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 Boom!
His mantis blade hits the chair and snaps or something. Because it got major effect.
Okay, because I
Black
know what I
ice.
would
All right.
I
What
know what I would
happens?
try and do. Okay.
What happens is as you're hacking into this thing and stuff, your body jerks backwards, hits the guy, you headbutt him with the back of your head. He goes sprawling out on the floor, alerting Iron Hand. He sees the guy fall off into the hallway in the server room. He looks at you, you look at him, and he gets up and starts running away. Like, oh shit.
He's being chased.
Yes.
It's like I have a new friend to play with.
There's a beautiful looking window over there.
Okay.
Time for the best fenestration ever.
So, you finally, since you made all of your hacking rolls, you made the one to go down the tunnel,
Being
right?
stabbed.
You made the one going down the tunnel, right? That's how you got the minor effect?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's check.
Pretty sure. That'd be the third one.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be your fourth roll.
Okay, fourth.
So no, you'll have to make another roll.
Okay, and this should be the last.
Yeah, this is your last hacking roll.
And it's still eased by 3. And you'll have 1 left after that for the easing.
Boom, you did it. With the help of Lightfoot. Good thing he was there to guide you through this area. Otherwise, you would have failed that roll.
He's like my Jiminy Cricket.
By the way, there is somebody in this server hacked in that is trying to track you down, and every time you miss a roll, he gets closer.
I am going to deploy my ghost defense.
It doesn't matter.
Cypher.
You win. You won.
He won.
Yeah.
He didn't get anywhere near us.
You made
Oh, okay.
all of your rolls.
You succeeded on every single roll.
I was willing to use my cipher to make sure that.
I understand.
I've seen that.
I used mine to do the same thing.
So,
No ice cipher. No ice cipher.
you enter the pyramid and find a treasure chest made of a glowing stone, essentially a loot crate.
It's so shiny.
You open it and download the data with an action. And at your next action, you may or may not disconnect for the server if you want. Do you want to disconnect from the server after you download the information you're looking for?
Or do you want to
Yes.
snag some more?
My back hurts a little bit. I think I maybe, since he tried to stab me earlier.
Yeah, the back of your head's what's hurting because as he went,
Yeah.
you went thunk.
That's right. I got my orders. I got my events out of order because there was all those effects going back and forth in the world. Right. No. I will grab whatever I can. I'll take another action to make sure that I have the loot crate, and if there's anything else that I can just like shove in my virtual pack, as it were.
You start looking around and you notice that there's another figure coming into the pyramid towards you, and it looks like it's another hacker with computer weapons.
Yeep.
Time to go. Time to go.
Yep.
Okay, you got to check out. Bloop.
I'm out.
So you got a little extra. We don't know what though, but it'll probably be valuable enough to sell.
You
We'll go through it later.
you see Conrad running down the tech as the tech is like trying to run away, like don't hurt me, I'm sorry. And then you hear
We just see them going by as we're like,
and then
what
you
we
hear
miss?
then you hear as the building kind of shakes a little.
I look over at Life and go,
So effectively, as the elevator was coming back up, one of the guards looked over and went, "What's this doing here?" Kicked the bag and boom.
yeah. Codex looks over at Lightfoot and goes, next time we take a job, I think we should keep track of exactly how many explosives he has.
Yeah, 'cause I remember explicitly saying we need that elevator.
Not that we need it right now, because we can.
You're gonna get a hole in that shirt.
I was about to say we could probably put a hole in the ceiling at this point. I mean, just point Iron Hand.
There is a third landmine.
We just got to say, hey, Iron Hand, could you make a hole in the ceiling and throw us up, climb up there, then like throw me up there, I guess.
I think it would take both of us just to lift him to where he could reach the ceiling to pull through.
Well,
Well,
he
the
could climb
fire
up one of
escape
the
has to have
servers.
roof access.
True.
That's true.
If it doesn't
Yeah,
open
because
from the
there's a
inside, there's another
There's a
bomb.
helipad, and if so, if we can
All
get
right.
to the
What's your plan?
Fire
Because you
access.
got the technician trying to run away. If you start looking around for something and conversating, he's gonna jump out the fire escape and leave.
Let him.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
not
I mean,
important.
Conrad's. I mean, I'm high on rampage.
Right.
I'm chasing him.
Okay.
I assume you got him covered at the moment because Codex
So,
tends to assume
No more
everybody can handle
conversation
their
with
own.
Conrad. You can't ask him for a landmine or anything because he's super focused.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
So,
technician
basically,
is going to just keep running and keep Rampage running after him. There's going to be no like
okay. So Codex,
unless one of you guys pins him down.
So basically, what happens is Codex looks at Lightfoot and goes, "What do you want to bet? He has some more explosives on him in case we need them. But either way, there has to be access to the roof because there's a helipad.
I go.
I don't know how to distract him away from his prey at the moment.
Gun, shoot the tech.
That works.
And I would like to specifically aim for the leg to slow him down so Iron Hand doesn't end up going downstairs when we need to go up. So slowing the tech so Iron Hand can get him.
It's kind of like the dog chasing a car. Let him catch the car.
Okay. You want to attack Jun? Then that is initiative again because he's not as you think he's just a technician. He's not.
Oh yeah.
Right, so the roll
Flat
for this
speed.
again is it's a
It's
speed roll. No
Everybody
base
make a speed roll.
difficulty.
And can I spend effort on that?
You may.
Okay. Effort to ease task. I can only spend one level though, right?
Yes, you may only spend one level of effort.
Ooh. No bueno.
Okay. June goes first. June, the security specialist, is since James pulled out a gun and is trying to pin him in, he wants to run away from Iron Hand, but
From all of this,
he's going to run straight at James and hit him with his mantis blade.
how bad?
James, please make a level 5 defense roll.
Yeah, he hits me.
All right. 9 points. Wait. Yeah, 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
-3 from armor is 6. I still am at positives.
I told you I was going to have him. Y'all could have let him go. But you were like, I'm just going to put him out of his misery. Nope. Now now you're in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but on positive with what Iron Hand did, backup's going to take a while to get to us.
Okay.
Imagine the elevator is not functioning.
It's
right
out of service.
Lightfoot, you're first.
All right, blammo.
Okay.
And he's a... Is it still a 5?
Yep, he's level 5. Nope. Oh,
Blammo.
there you go. How much damage?
It's
6?
Five total,
5.
with the 1 point being electrical.
Right.
Medium weapons +1.
You got it. So that electrical damage is Norris's armor, which means he takes all of it. So he has 1 point of armor. Next is Codex.
Codex says, fuck it, and tries throwing her knife.
Okay.
Could I make a suggestion? Hack the mantis blade.
I didn't know what a mantis blade was, so sure, I will give that a try if that is a
He
possibility.
has
It's
a
a
blade
cyber weapon that comes out of his arm.
that comes out of his arm. Unfortunately, though, it's already deployed.
Yeah, hack it to go back in.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest.
Hold on, let me just make sure that's a good action here. And Mantis,
Good. Valid. Maybe.
page 64. Mantis blade. Okay, here's the thing. If she says it to go back in, he can just bring it out and attack in the same turn anyways.
Can I ask for a hero point and at the cost of a GM intrusion, or do you have to offer that?
I have to offer it, yeah.
Okay.
So hacking the Mantis blade is not going to work, because if you tell it to go back in, it comes back out. If you tell it to disable itself, it's just going to stay in the same position it's in. So that's not going to work. You don't have to throw your knife. You're within melee range of him, because you and James were, or you and Lightfoot were right next to each other because you were both hacked in.
Hacked in, man. What was his base difficulty?
5.
5. Yep. Okay.
Does your combat enhancement still work?
Yes, it's good for 1 hour, unless more than an
Excellent.
hour's passed.
It's been a few minutes at most.
Yeah.
Well, look at
I'm going to go for +4 points of damage.
plus 4 points of damage. So that's
And if I have the opportunity, well, no, because that would be the major effect, or 4 points of damage.
so 2 or 6. It'll do 6 minus 1 is 5, so it does 10 points of damage total. That did not feel good for him, because now he's over half damage.
All right.
Earlier she's like, now she's
And
nobody interrupts me when I'm hacking.
Conrad, it's your turn.
All right.
And he is a short distance away from you.
Then I am going to make that run check.
Okay.
Speed at difficulty, his difficulty, or
No, just difficulty 4.
4. Got it. I was set up for my attack because I thought I was closer, so I just got to edit the profile real quick.
Nice.
Diff 4, no mods. Oh.
Yeah, he was trying to keep away from you as much as possible.
Oh, for sure. Then I am just
You're
running.
You're there. Okay.
Get there but can't swing.
Shoot.
And now comes a scene from Shaun of the Dead with the cricket bats.
I guess he's gonna have to wheel around and stop Conrad, because he's gonna kill me. So I will a level 5.
Juggernaut running through walls.
I'm gonna try a level 5 to hit you.
Okay.
No assets or anything. Just, you have your shield out, so you get an asset from that. You
5.
get might defense. Yeah, you get all of it.
Asset 1. No easements. Roll. Oh, I gotta select might.
You have an easement from your shield.
I do have an easement.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was an asset.
Oh, if it's it works the same way. It's fine. You're good.
Okay. Well, I still get hit.
Yes, you still get hit. You will take 9 points of damage.
3.
And we go to
It
the
just chinks into the armor.
Yeah, we go to the top of the round, which I believe is Lightfoot.
Yep.
Yep.
Another blammo.
That misses. Codex, you're up.
Codex is going to stabbity stab again.
Okay. Remember, you have a free level of effort.
Okay.
I'm imagining the meditation aid as it's not like a injector or anything. It's just like earbuds with some nice music.
You are in a
Oh.
tranquil forest.
Okay.
I forgot to put in his difficulty level.
Which is
Sorry.
level 5. You fail. By the way, Mark the Sling, how you doing? Sorry, it took a while for us to get to your chat, but I saw it.
It's always nice when you
Chopin's
show up,
Raindrop
Mark.
Prelude.
We are at Iron Hand.
All right. He's going in. We're swinging, and I'm going to use my bash ability for 1 might point.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is what I'm going to ask you. Are you going to do 2 attacks again?
Well, I'm going to do
'Cause it's
just
It's a level 5. He's level 5.
Yeah, I'm just doing my rampage hits.
You're just
not doing my shield
Are you
hits.
going to hit him just with your axe or just with your shield?
Just with the axe.
Just with the axe. Okay. Then
Actually, can I choose to just use the shield since it has an
Sure.
easement?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, then attacking with the shield. Roll difficulty 5 might. It has 1 easement from being a light weapon.
Yes.
It's going to be 1 less damage than what rolls because of the bash ability.
Remember, Brenna, your knife has an easement for being a light weapon.
I think I have that.
I already put that in.
set up right.
Thank you.
No other benefits to attack. First one doesn't hit. Can I try to bash on my second attack as well?
No, you only did you take a hindrance for doing 2 attacks? That's what I was asking.
The rampage.
No, so the rampage gives me a second strike.
No, only if you hit with
Only if I hit. Okay.
Yeah. Only if you hit, you get another attack roll. If that succeeds, it instantly kills them.
I see. Cool. Then
You're hitting harder.
I missed, and that's it.
Okay. He's
I
gonna
got no
try
more
to
points to
attack you
spend.
again. He's level 5. He's gonna hit you with his mantis blade.
5 trained might 1 roll. I take the hit again.
9 points of damage.
Down to 2 might.
All right, you can take a 1 round recovery next turn if you want to do that. We are at Lightfoot. This guy is taking apart your tank.
Did he have cyber optics?
No, he doesn't have cyber eyes. He just has the mantis blade. That's his big thing.
Okay, just was checking because I do have that optic
He also has
reset.
he also has a data port.
Jack in.
Right.
That would be kind of a silly thing to try. Jack into his, give him access to my body and me access to his. Not a good option.
He's a level 5,
Has to at
so
least
he could
buy me
probably
dinner
hack
first.
James. He could probably hack Lightfoot at a level 5.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try and shoot him again.
Go for it. Shoot him. Level 5. Success.
There we go.
5 points of
5 point.
damage. Oh my god, he's hanging on by a thread. Codex.
Finish him.
I was just gonna try to. Base difficulty 5.
Remember, light weapons have an easement. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
I did remember that time.
Doesn't matter. He's level 5.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, and back to Iron Hand.
I don't think any recovering is happening under the influence of Rampage.
Okay.
So we are swinging again.
Unfortunately, you don't have enough points to spend effort now.
Yeah.
Actually,
But
that's not correct. You
I have
have
an edge.
enough points to, because of your edge, you have enough to do one level of effort if you want.
you know what? We're gonna do it.
All right.
Do it.
Might. Effort 1.
Level 5.
No ease. I'm just doing the. Do I just do the one attack, or is my
If you want
math
to do
better
just
on
one
doing?
attack with the shield, you can do that.
Yeah. We'll
And then
do
get that easement from
one
it.
ease. Strike with the shield. For a success.
For 3 points of damage.
Yay!
Now let's see that
3
second roll
damage.
for insta-death.
3 damage. Hold on. That puts him at 17 damage. He has 1 hit point left. Roll in a second attack roll at level 5 to see if it's insta-death.
And I don't get any of the modifiers I just
Nope.
spent. Got it.
Well,
So
hold on.
Ultimate
Hold on.
damage.
You go down.
Easement by. Do
by
I get my
push-
easement from being a light weapon?
Hold on. Because you did this, you've pushed yourself hard. Go to your combat tag. Go from hail
Impaired.
to impaired.
Effort cost +1 for level. Ignore major and minor results. And combat roll of 17 to 20 deals only +1 damage.
All right.
All right. Do I still get an easement from it being a light weapon, or is that not part of the ability?
I
Okay.
will say you still get the easement from it being a light weapon. Yes.
Let's go. I got to roll a 12.
A 12.
That's almost.
Math is hard.
No.
All right, he's still kicking.
Not dead yet.
He is going to attack Conrad one last time, level 5.
can't kill
Bring
me.
the tank down!
You cannot kill me in a way that matters.
5 might trained
And an easement from your shield.
and an easement.
So you need a 9 or more.
And I'm not gonna get it.
Oh, no! Take 9 points of damage.
Okay, so that I'm at -3 might. Or I guess I'm
It
into
goes to speed.
hail.
Yeah, it goes to speed next. When your might is 0, it goes
Goes
to
to speed next.
Yes.
That's fine by me. Got plenty to spare.
All right, and he is going to take another immediate second action at Brenna walked away. It's going to be at Lightfoot. Lightfoot, level 5, defense roll. Success. Oh my goodness. This is a nail biter now, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Yeah, as his blade goes straight over Iron Hand and goes right over Lightfoot's head. He barely ducks and a few hairs come off the top of his head. Lightfoot, it's your turn.
Now his armpit is exposed to me. Barrel there. Pull trigger.
Level 5. Nope. As he continues his swing and you miss. And it's Brenna's turn, and Brenna is not here. Brenna, I want you to have a chance of having the final blow. Where are you?
She's lagging.
She's BRB. Guys, I hope you're having fun.
I'm having a blast.
2 of them so far.
So, Logan, this is your first time using the Cypher system. What do you think of it?
It is, honestly, I really like this so far. It's very lightweight in that, you know, there's a couple things that are, you can only use it in this scenario, but a lot of it seems really freeform and GM discretion, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so easy to pick up. Like I'm having a couple questions here and there, but I've got maybe 8 things on my page. Yeah. And that's only because I added a bunch of extra things with the drug effects and the landmines and stuff. So it's really simple. I feel like I know what I can do, which is always something I struggle with new systems. I know with Pathfinder, I always struggled to find my niche there.
Right. So
I'm definitely feeling it, and honestly, I kind of want to try running this with one of my weekday games.
Wow, what an endorsement! Hey, Brenna, he's still up.
I missed.
You're up, Brenna. It's your turn.
And you're muted.
And you're muted.
Still muted.
Sorry, you had one job, man.
You have a knife. You have one level of effort with this knife.
You actually had a little lag spike that
him.
you did that, and I didn't think it was the first finger, and I read your lips anyway.
Brenna, your knife is eased. Your knife is eased, and you have one level of effort.
No.
Brenna,
Oh my god!
did you roll?
I did.
Yep.
It's a 6. No, you have 2 hero points.
Do I? Oh, I do still have.
You have 2 hero points. Would you like to re-roll that?
I'm gonna take it.
All right, hit that re-roll
I'm gonna
button.
take it to do a reroll on this one because I can't auto succeed.
Yep.
No. Well, the whole thing about the auto succeed was only because you had a player intrusion that allowed you to do the thing that needed to be
That's
done.
right.
Yeah.
There's no auto succeed from spending a hero point. It's just a re-roll or a
Yeah,
player
no,
intrusion.
that's why I was like, wait, that was a different circumstance.
All right.
But it was
That's
also
kind
a
of-
magic phrase for Iron Hand to get the success when re-rolling.
All right. Brenna, in the
Okay.
in the chat box, underneath failure,
Yes.
there's a little die icon. Just click it. There you go.
Yes.
Boom. You've just done 4 points of damage to him, which brings him
Finally,
to 20
I was too busy
damage,
laughing.
which is
Well,
negative
instead
2
of
hit
looking at my
points,
face.
and he goes down to Codex, baby.
Yeah.
he finally just looks at you guys and goes, "If you want something done right."
Why don't y'all just use a knife? Obviously.
Out of the 5 that we faced, 2 went down to Codex, 2 went down to Iron Hand, and I took 1.
Okay. You guys, I'm gonna narrate the rest of this. You guys
It might be
signal.
safer.
You guys signal your your robotic AV and get to the roof
We need to pick up.
using the fire escape, because that's obviously you just open it up, go up 1 floor, you're out. You load yourself onto it, and I believe there's something else you have to do. There's something else. Fly away. Once the PCs have the data, they can signal for their pickup AV and head to the roof for extraction. The AV is much like a helicopter with doors on both sides, making it easy for the characters to board. Once the PCs give the green lights to leave, it starts to fly away. just before the AV is out of visual range of the rooftop, I can give you a GM intrusion. You
Can I
all
put my
have
third
to say
landmine
yes.
at the top of the stairs?
Huh?
Can I put my third
knew you were
landmine at the
gonna
top of the
say
stairs?
I will spend my last hero point to negate this GM intrusion.
Boom. The GM intrusion is gone. The
We
specialist,
appreciate your
Lieutenant Sanji,
sacrifice.
a heavily chromed soldier with a rocket launcher, does not make it up there in time to stop you. His rocket goes wide, and you guys are free to go.
All hail to James.
I was saving that one in case I needed to use the magic touch to get us onto the roof, but this is very much more effective and important.
All right.
Conrad, still just in pieces, is leaning out the window, flipping them the bird.
You guys.
Codex is like, let's go!
You guys meet back up with Gorgeous back at the club, celebrating with fruity, sparkly drinks that taste like candy. She's like, you guys did amazing. Here is $500 for each of you and free drinks, and you will, any cipher you used, please, we're going to delete off your sheet, which includes James's skill hack.
Yep, just went away.
Okay, and equipment, meditation 8 is gone. Okay. James is going to run the next part of the story. So James, if y'all want to continue playing, it's going to be on a Tuesday, right, James?
Yep.
Around this, it's going to be probably this exact same time. I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week after. That's for James to decide. But James, you are going to refill all of their ciphers with whatever cipher you deem appropriate. If you want to do it randomly or give out ciphers, I'll be making a character and I'll be playing with you guys, and we'll be doing the last Neon Rain adventure with James as the game master, because James is our resident Cyberpunk guy.
And I'm a lot more vicious than Corey. I'll be using a rule from Old Gods of Appalachia where any stat hit 0, that's it.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, the stakes are raised, but you also get experience points.
Yeah.
So if you used a PC intrusion, you got that experience point. For extra PC intrusions, you don't get extra experience. You just get the 1. That is my reward for making y'all use those PC intrusions, because I wanted to see how they worked out in the game. I think they were pretty great. I get to award each PC 1 XP for getting to the 17th floor and accessing the server room, plus 1 XP if you retrieve the data, and 1 XP if you do so without drawing much attention. You drew attention to yourself, so you do not get that 3rd XP. So everybody gets 2 more XP. So that can give you a total of 3 XP for the entire adventure.
And of course, you'll have enough rest time before next game to put your stats back to max.
And your recovery's back to max. James, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you want me to give them that last XP so they can do a player advancement, or are you good with it like right here?
I'm good with an extra point in there and adding 1 back into the hero point slot so that you start with 1.
Okay, guys.
After all, I'm going to be a lot more vicious, so you can get.
Everybody gets +1 hero point, and you should all have 4 XP. You can spend that 4 XP on a character advancement. And James will be filling your character sheets up with ciphers that he sees fit. James, I'll be taking...
it might be 3 weeks, because I'm going to need next week to prepare, and then the week after that is my birthday, and I think I might be doing something on Tuesday.
Okay.
So
we'll figure out that scheduling. I'm going to make you a narrator, game master. We'll we'll figure that out via Discord and whatnot. Thank you all for watching this long ass fucking game that we did. Everybody seemed to have a lot of fun. That was amazing and excellent, and I had a great time. Stay tuned for more and for our full review of Neon Rain. Yeah.
Neon Rain.
I am going to say from James, Logan, Brenna, and myself, go roll some dice.